Daddy, chill. Fuck, I'm gonna end up eating.
Hey, Mo, do you reckon he's watching porn the same as women having their OnlyFans?
What do you mean?
Ooh,
What?
That's a mad one.
He's watching porn the same as he's watching porn the same as women having their OnlyFans?
How is that the same thing?
Because I was arguing with this bitch. Like,
How is
she
that
was
the same
saying it's the
thing?
same thing.
She's a dumb cunt.
Huh?
She's a dumb cunt.
What is that?
Because how is you selling your body for $5?
Yo, porn watch out.
What the fuck? No,
justifying it.
yeah, I'll watch porn, no problem. No problem. That's not even part of the issue here. Let the fucking bloke do the intro, all right?
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 11 of Health and Wealth.
Yes.
Yes. Bro, it's been
Too long.
too long, huh?
Oh,
long.
mate, Johnny's been beating this.
Johnny was having a sook, so we had to kick it for a
fuck,
bit.
Bro,
lad.
the whole camp's been in a fucking...
Yeah, lad. Fuck it. Just
in a cave,
You know,
bro.
just hit us off guard, lad. Fuck it. We're supposed to. That was meant to be a walkthrough, lad, and just fucking fumbled the ball, lad. But it is what it is.
That's all right.
Fumbled the
Glad it
agate,
happened
lad.
anyway.
Get that nigga on the rematch, lad. Fucking.
Glad it happened regardless, but it needed to happen. Though.
That was pretty fucked up, bro.
It was.
To be honest.
It was.
Yeah, that was a pretty fucked up week, eh?
Yeah. Well, it hit us all like a truck, to be honest.
Yeah.
Bro, you know when we walked out after?
Oh.
You know when you're so banked on a result? And then when you're sitting there, you know when something bad happens and it feels like a dream?
Yeah,
And you're sitting there, it doesn't feel
yeah.
real, bro. It feels surreal and you're sitting there like, what the fuck did just happen?
Hard.
And it felt like 5 minutes.
Honestly.
And I'm looking at my brother, looking at everyone's just head down. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Bro, I took an L that day too, so did you. So
Yeah,
did
that
everyone,
it
lad.
was fucking mentally draining, bro.
Yeah.
Like getting there, and I just had bro. We done everything like in regards to fitness and shit. No, I was fit, bro. Everything was done right. It was just me, mentally I wasn't there.
Yeah. All the pieces were there. I could see
I
through
think,
your training.
I think a lot of people knew when we got there. You see me at the weigh-in, I was a bit fucking.
Yep.
I seen it like it was a bit too casual. But mind you, my brother hasn't been in a competitive atmosphere before.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
everyone, it was hard to read, bro, because my brother's he's very nonchalant.
Nonchalant.
Yeah, not nonchalant.
Nonchalant.
Nonchalant. He's a very nonchalant personality.
Yeah.
Others online will probably beg to differ, but the way he was relaxed, and I'm like, fuck yeah, he's ready.
I can't win with these cunts online.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I can't
Good
win.
luck.
Lad. I can't fucking.
Man,
The
when he
internet's
got-
undefeated, bro.
When the bell went, you're like, bro, he's still too relaxed. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah,
But that
hard,
competitive atmosphere, talk about it, bro, because only the real athletes know about this shit. Like you could train so hard for a fucking event, and then you hear the whistle, you hear the bell, and when it's time to go, you're like, fuck, you get swallowed up. You don't rise to the occasion,
Yeah.
bro.
and it swallows you up.
We
You know
get
what
there
I mean?
and I get an adrenaline dump, and then as I'm walking to the ring, every walk my legs feel heavy, lad.
Nah.
Yeah, it was one of those moments. Like, it had nothing to do with the opponent, lad. It was like I lost to myself.
What was going through your head on the walk down?
I just didn't want to be there, lad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I blocked the camp was good. The camp was like all credit to my brother and Lincoln. They'd done what they had to do. My strength and conditioning was on point. The fitness was good. All the boxing training was done.
Always on point, brother.
It was always like
GMP, brother.
But my nerves just ate me up, like, because when we got there, and I was saying hello to everyone. This was before I think it hadn't started. No, I think it started already. And I went around saying hello to everyone, and I seen the amount of people that were there for me. No, it's just a bit. I got a bit nervous, bro. And I was looking around thinking, "Fuck, bro, I got to put on. If not, it's embarrassing." That plus a mix of everything that's going on in my personal life.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell everyone, but it was pretty fucked up. But yeah, and then when we walked out, I was like, "Fuck, hopefully I'll just knock this cunt out." That's it. Then when I got in there, I threw a jab, threw a few punches, and there's this thing I do when I'm nervous. I hold my breath while I'm punching. So the whole first round I was doing that, and then I spent the next 3 rounds trying to fucking get my breath back.
Hey, man,
Bro, you didn't take one breath.
I was
All
yelling
I
from
could
the
hear
start,
was,
fucking breathe.
All I could
Breathe
hear was-
air. You
all I
don't
could-
need a vape.
all I could do was fucking breathe, and I'm thinking, shut the fuck up, guy.
Bro, Mo, you know when the bell went,
I was
Yeah,
I was more focused on the fucking drinking and partying after, but I didn't want to be there. Like.
Too busy trying to save face. You couldn't save the fight.
Yeah, hard, like,
I
you know,
swear to God.
like I'll go through these patterns of self-sabotage. Like the last fight, I couldn't handle the nerves, so I got on the coke.
Yeah.
So this one, I was battling myself the whole time while there. I was thinking, should I just have a fucking drink, lad? Just have a drink or pop a Valium or don't do some shit to take the edge off. I was this close to drinking and I was trying to walk off to go look for alcohol because it was just fucking nerve-wracking for me. But you live and you learn, bro. It was like a...
Bro, Mo, Hey, mind
I'm
you,
so
hey,
cut. I'm still cut
I
till
was
now.
dirty, like,
You know,
oh, bro.
bro, how long was it before the fight? Half an hour. I go across the road and then Wally calls me. He goes, bro. Oh yeah, and shout out to Wally, bro.
Shout
Yeah,
out
shout out
to
to Wally.
fucking
Wally
Wally. What a
Hampton. Hey,
sick
if anyone
cunt, bro.
needs any like security needs or anything like that, DM me and I'll shoot his details over. But he's one of the boys as well. Solid guy, solid.
He
fucking
is
proper.
one of the best people I've met in a long time. Like, I fucking love him, bro.
Shout out Wally Hampton.
love
Anyway, I'm going across the road and then Wally's calling me. He goes, bro, where are you? I go, yeah, I'm just across the road. And he goes, bro, your brother's asking for the red bag.
Oh.
Instantly, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, this guy, he wants to self-sabotage.
Bro, I didn't know, bro.
Mo, and I'm sitting there and bro, his whole kit. So he just, so when we
We just came with the ball guard. I'm walking around with a ball guard, like.
Hey, we rock up, and no, Wick picks us up. Wick,
Yeah.
He's already running late, so we're already pissed off. We're up.
I'm sorry, I fucked up.
Hey, shout out Wick as well. Anyway, where he pulls up, and then he just gets up and goes. And then I grab the bag and I go, "Is that it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And we just rushed in the car. And then, bro, I get a call from Wally, bro, you need your bag. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And then I
that
run
was
to
all over the place.
I run to the car, and bro, fucking old mate Wicky's fucking punching cones with the ring guy. I go, hey, what the fuck you doing? I
This
kicked
is
him out.
weak in and out, lad.
Kicked him out, and I'm like, bro, we gotta go get the fucking. He's like, what do you mean, Timmy? I go, bro, let's go. We gotta get the fucking my brother's gear.
All his gear was left at the house.
Yeah.
All of his gear, his
I was
fight, his
at the
shoes,
back.
shorts,
I was at the
everything.
back walking around in just undies and a ball
Literally.
guard.
All his shit was back at the house.
And I'm thinking in my head, oh yeah, maybe they'll just pull me off because he won't get here in time.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, bro, these blokes gonna get it back in time.
Bro,
I'm trying to make
everyone's
calls.
calling me, and the worstest one to break your balls is Lincoln Hudson.
Oh my god! Lincoln looks at me. He goes, "Call Timmy right now." I'm like,
shout
"Yes
out
sir,
Lincoln
yes
Hudson
sir,
as
yes
well.
sir."
Shout out Lincoln.
Shout out Lincoln.
Yeah,
fucking man,
Lincoln's a
lad.
good cunt,
Yeah,
bro.
he's my
Straight out
favourite.
Lincoln. Straight out
Bro,
Lincoln.
I felt like I was going to war, like a soldier. Just, yep,
Yeah,
General.
yeah.
Yep. Then I picked up my phone. I
He
called
goes,
you.
"Timmy."
I'm sorry, Timmy, but Lincoln told me
Yeah,
to call
yeah.
you. How far are you?
Lincoln goes, mate, the last fight's just gone up. Where are you? I go, Link, he called me 30 seconds ago. Like. I go, still on the highway. Bro, has anyone, if anyone's been in a Tesla, they know that those things are rockets, lad.
but they're quick.
Bro, I'm in the passenger because I'm getting car sick. Because you know when, bro, the way Wick drives, bro, he's smashing it every fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Every
the
set
worst,
of lights, bro. He's the worstest driver. I love the cunt, but he's the worst. Fucking, he's terrible, lad. Anyway, I get there and I'm running up, bro. And we get the gear there, get his clothes on, and then 1, 2, 3, brother. We ended up fucking coming up short, like.
You came in just in time. Like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, basically they were calling his name, and the bloke runs in with the gear. Johnny in the
It was
background,
funny.
fucking trying to get
Mo
the
knew
shorts on.
something was up because he was there and I wasn't
Bro.
talking to him. I was like,
Bro, I know this man very well by now, right? Like very well.
Bro, 100%.
I know him better than I know him very
Yeah.
well. I'm looking at this cunt and I'm like, bro, he's losing this fight if he doesn't get his shit together from here to the stairs. We're done.
Yeah.
He's got from here to the stairs to
Yeah.
get his mind right, and if he doesn't, we've lost. That's it.
Yeah.
He gets to the stairs, and I'm looking at him. I made eye contact with him. He looked at me like, get me the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
out of here. He looked at me like, help me, please. I'm looking. I'm like, fuck this. cunt.
yeah, it's just that
Cunt's
competitive
not-
atmosphere.
bro,
like,
it's
yeah,
different. It's different shit.
Mo,
eh?
I've played. Bro, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and talk myself up, but the competitive atmosphere, I thrive off it. I love it. But because my brother he has all the ability in the world, and that's what makes it even more worse, the feeling of having
Yeah.
that somber feeling. Because when you know someone and you expect a result from someone, and this is a non-biased opinion, bro, my brother's like very, very talented.
100%.
Like
It's not debatable.
Out of all the brothers, like he's the one that's most athletically gifted.
Yeah.
And but the thing that he lacks is just the experience and just weathering those types of occasions. See how you were saying before, like seeing the people there, then the lights. It's like when people do like little reels and shit. You know, when you do, Mo,
Yeah.
they know everything that the most well-spoken people. But when the lights come as action,
like,
brother,
bro,
they
everyone
forget
shoots it.
everything.
Like, bro,
Everyone
you know
shoots
the last thing, you remember the last fight where in Melbourne?
Yeah.
It was like a year and a half. I was cooked off I
I
was
know.
fucking cooked, so I couldn't feel none of it. All I felt was the
Yeah.
coming down off coke. That thing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get out of there, bro.
Yeah.
Did what we done and got out of
Yeah.
there.
Bro, it was rough. And you know what? Like, the competitive atmosphere is either a make or break for some people. Eh?
Yeah.
The thing is, physical defeat is one thing, but psychological defeat is a whole
But I'm just not
different
used
story.
to it. And you know, with me, I'm very honest, bro. I'm like, I sat for a week and then I did that post. I'm not gonna lie about that. The nerves got me, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people will say weak mentality, weak thing. I'm still navigating the game day.
100%.
No, the game day.
Yeah,
you know,
game day Judas.
yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes I'll get through it. Sometimes I can't.
Yeah.
Just a good long
Something to
cocaine
work
to
on.
change that.
100%.
Yeah, it depends. It
Put it in the
depends.
fight kit. Put it in the red bag.
You know what? As well, it depends like how you interpret life, bro. Because a lot of people they have, and my brother does it a lot, bro. Like where he's always on the back foot in life, bro. So he's always like hyper vigilant outside,
Yeah.
and then when it's inside the ring, he's too tired to fight
Because he's
weathering
mental energy.
because he's battling all this shit from the outside.
Do you know what? This brings me to a point. This is what pissed me off a little bit as well. Because it's in his nature to help, right?
Yeah.
So he helps everyone. Just focus on the fight, bro. This bloke's planning everyone's trip for like 40 people to come out and watch, and he's like trying to make sure everyone's accommodated for and taken care of. And I'm like, bro, let us worry about that. You focus on your fight.
I forgot about the fucking fight.
This bloke did not think about his fight until 2 minutes before he had to fight. He's worried about have you got a drink? Is everyone all good?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just wrong mentality.
You're going around looking after everyone except yourself.
Like I wasn't worrying about the right shit, lad.
Like imagine going into a fight. That's like I've never stepped in the ring.
You know what I was more embarrassed, nervous about?
Yeah.
Like losing and embarrassing myself, and then that ended up happening.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
It's like the skiers mentality. Aim for the gap, not for the... Don't look at the tree, look at the gap. Yeah.
But then when I had, like, it was in the back of my head, like, I was so scared of it happening that I fucking forced it to happen.
Exactly.
I was like, bro, look, it's the easiest opponent, bro.
Yeah.
On any other day, I'll fuck this cunt up. Wait till the rematch and you'll see.
Yeah.
But I was so scared of what happened, of what was going to happen, that it actually happened.
Yeah.
Fuck, it was fucked up.
That it became
That's
inevitable.
what the skiers mentality is.
Yeah, just wrong mentality, lad.
Yeah.
But it was a good wake up call because it makes me
100%.
actually want to be there, bro.
And you know, to my brother's credit, bro, like he's a hard learner, bro. Me and my brothers all are. We have to be burnt by the lighter to know to stay away from it, bro.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Now he's got the mentality that he should have had before the fight. He's like, bro, I want to fucking kill anyone that comes near me in this fucking ring.
Hard, lad.
And I'm like, bro, this is where we were supposed to be. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise, you know?
That night, you had already left by then. You fucked off home straight away. But when me and him were on that balcony at that hotel...
No, did he?
Yeah. Him and a couple of girls went back to the hotel,
This guy's going to fuck my life, bro.
Yeah.
Was there girls there?
Yeah, it was like, he had like 3 chicks to himself, lad.
No, I told him to say it. I told him. I go, we'll stitch him up.
Bro, he went straight home, this bloke. He was like, I'm not fucking around with any of you motherfuckers. I'm going home.
Allegedly.
So he fucked up allegedly to the airport.
Johnny, go fuck yourself.
I could have sworn there was a couple
If I'm losing, we're all losing.
But no, we sat on the balcony, lad, and I was telling him, I go, look, to be honest with you, you've had the easy route. No matter how hard his life's been, he's picked the easy route. This is the one wake-up call where it was like, I'm glad it happened when it happened. Because you need to be reminded sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like who was it? I think it was Marcus Aurelius. I don't know who it was, one of the famous people. And he had someone whisper in his ear, you're only a man, you're only a man, you're only a man.
Yeah.
This is a reminder to take him back to ground zero where he can know that, anything can happen in the ring.
Yeah.
He needs to put everything into it.
Yeah, hard, bro.
Bro,
Just being present, lad.
Yes.
Just fucking being.
And Mo, you know,
I just think I can fucking walk. I just breeze through.
You can't.
No, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. He gets like, you're gonna calm down. I'm looking at him and he's like, just calm down, breathe. And I'm like, I'm all right. I'm thinking in my head, I'm big Cash. I think I'm gonna knock this guy out.
me and my brother always talk about, like on our way to training, back from training, we always talk about like when you're in the ring, there's this like level of like being that comes out.
Yeah.
Anything that you haven't dealt with, like you're scared,
Or
you're worried, or you haven't like dealt with like dad issues or mum, like, you know what I mean? You can see it like from the outside looking in.
Like anything you've ran from in life, you've made it in the ring.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Lincoln about it, and when he said it, it was very refreshing to hear. Because I was like, I thought I was the only one that felt that. And he goes, nah, mate, you fucking anything you hide from your life, you face it in the ring.
You face it in the ring because you got no one to depend on.
Yeah.
it's the loneliest.
Your own will, your own ability, and bro, everything comes out, bro, whether you got it in you or not. That's why they say it's like music, man.
Yeah.
You either got it or you don't. You know, when you hear something, you're like, fuck, bro. Or when you see someone in the gym, like, fuck, bro, what a fucking machine.
Yeah.
It's like that.
But it's like when you come in there, bro. Even if you come in with the tough boy mentality, just because you can fight on the street doesn't mean you can get in there and box.
Of course.
I've gotten fucked up a lot. I've seen heaps of cunts get fucked up off the street.
And I always tell that to my brother too.
They think it's easy. You just get in there because you can throw a few punches on the street, bro. I fight on the streets 30 seconds, like it's done.
Yeah.
In the ring, he's like
And
sustained.
there's no
bro.
thought. It's just kill or be killed,
Imagine
right?
that you throw everything you throw in the kitchen sink at this cunt. You throw it at him. He blocks. He keeps coming. He knows you can knock him out, but he's been doing it for a long time, so he can weather the nerves, the fear, everything, bro.
You know what I find with the street fight? There's a lot of emotion built up behind it. But when you're boxing, there's no emotion.
Cold,
You got to go in there.
calculated.
You got to
Man,
go in there, and then you got to weather it. You know
I
what I
was
mean?
more scared of being embarrassed than beaten, bro. And then the fucking
I told you.
that happened. But you know what's funny? You know, online, all the people that
The ones that do know, do know.
That's what I'm saying. I told you. It doesn't
that's
matter.
all that-
All these
that's all that
motherfuckers.
matters.
all the guys that don't have nothing to do with boxing or
Exactly.
have never done a sport in their life are the ones talking. But because on TikTok they're running amok on it, but I don't really care about it, bro. To be honest.
Bro, it's just.
You wouldn't be big Cash if they
hard,
if they weren't
man.
doing that,
You
bro.
got no
And
choice
even if he
regardless.
knocked him out, bro, you know what's fucked, bro.
He'd
Even if
still
he
cop
knocked
it.
him out, he's still a bum.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
hard.
You can't win, so why bother trying to keep him
Yeah.
happy, lad?
So it
Fuck
doesn't
him.
matter.
Fuck all. Fuck
On to
all
the
of
next
you.
one, bro. But
Yeah,
fuck,
but
it was a massive learning curve.
No, well, this guy's saying not to rematch him. I'm like, he goes, it's up to you. I go, bro, I want to fucking knock this cunt out because it's always going to be hanging over my head.
Yeah.
Fair.
But he's like, bro, we don't need to. You've learned your lesson from it. Let's move on.
It's
So
up
we'll
to.
see how we feel. We'll see how we feel, bro.
Yeah.
We're rematching.
Yeah. I feel like we are as well.
Cash's last one.
Bro, he was
Look, listen.
fucking lad. He was right there, lad.
All
And
you
I
had
was-
to do was throw the right. To be honest,
that's,
like, I love you.
that's what I mean. The nerves with it.
And
I
this
was-
bloke, I could see his eyes bulging out of his head.
Tim, I was
because
doing
of
that.
how
I
much
was
he was
out, bro,
screaming.
when my
like.
nerves were like that, I just overcalculated everything.
Yeah.
Like, throwing when he wasn't there.
Mo, there was a time where he if he threw the right then and there,
I was watching you.
he would have got it.
Yeah.
He would have got him, and he would have been finished.
Round 3, yeah?
But when he moved away, that's when he stepped and he threw it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And I
Round
was
3,
screaming.
it was round 3,
Yeah,
I
the
remember.
ref came to me. He goes,
Yeah.
mate, you got to calm down. I'm like, fuck you, you got
He's yelling out to me to
Fuck,
throw. I'm like,
bro.
bro, I'm trying to breathe, bro.
I looked at Tim, I looked left. Throw the fucking right. Say. And I'm looking, I'm like, I'm in a fucking fever dream. You know what a
Bruh,
fever dream is?
bad.
I felt like I was in a fever dream, lad. Everyone's screaming. I'm sitting there about to cry. I'm like, cuz, what am I watching? I was very emotional, lad.
It is what it is, but bro, it's an easy fix.
Oh,
It's
it's
like these
emotional.
cunts are talking shit like it's the end of the world or some shit.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, it's an easy fix. It's like something that can be fixed.
It's not a
That's
big
it, yeah.
deal, to be honest.
It's
It
not a big
really
deal.
isn't.
It's just because
really isn't.
I spoke to one of my shout out to Dan Mullavai. He's always on TikTok punching on over that shit. He's like, these motherfuckers. I spoke to him yesterday. He goes, these motherfuckers don't understand how hard it is to get in there, bro.
Yeah.
Like you could be like a tough dude on the street, you get in the ring.
100%.
Really, boxing's different, bro.
It humbles everyone, eh?
The boxers, no boxer said anything. They were just messaging me saying, "Keep your head up, bro. Go again."
But even the boxers that were there, lad, they weren't. No one except the TikTok community had actual shit to
Bro,
say.
if you're
Even
on
Instagram
TikTok,
was
if you're on
positive.
TikTok, like talking shit, like you've lost in life, bro.
Bro,
Hard.
even I just forgot this. Shout out Chris Tevieski.
Tavieski, yeah.
He's a
Yeah,
sick
bro.
cunt
He
too.
came over. He ran over. I turned around and he was behind. He goes, "What
Yeah.
the fuck's going on to me?"
Yeah.
even
You should have
he.
said, brother, he's
He's a
nervous. That's
fucking
what.
sick cunt. Seki was there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Seko,
Seko,
Mark
Seko,
Seko.
Mark Seko.
Yeah,
Shout
shout out to
them
them boys and the boys down
Yeah,
at
the Melbourne boys.
Fuck, he's a sick
down
cunt,
at
bro.
Chris Tavieski's
They're
gym,
all
bro.
good boys, man. They're all good
Very
blokes,
good,
bro.
man. Very
Yeah,
good, very
fucking off.
We've got a good circle, bro.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things, bro. I live and learn. But it's just because it's me, they won't let me live it down, like. So I don't give a fuck anyway, bro. I'll get in there again. 1,000 times till I get it right. Doesn't matter.
Yes,
And
that's
once
the
it-
fucking.
It's just at the end of the day, bro. It's something that can be fixed, and I'll right the wrong.
100%.
Yeah, like fucking, it's hard to get in there and like fight in the first place, bro. Especially when you don't have to, bro.
When you don't have to.
When you don't
it's
have
the
to, he's
hunger,
waking up
lad.
every
If
day,
The
yeah.
hunger's not there.
That's what I mean. I'm doing that. These guys have to fight for money.
Yeah.
We don't.
There's something that me and my brother always talk about as well. And once this happens, game over, bro. I don't want to say too much about what we're up to, but fucking, there's a lot of things gonna happen off the back of it. And it's like because my brother's come from a certain lifestyle, and he knows how to carry himself outside, but when it comes inside,
It's a new world to me.
it's a new world. So he doesn't bring that persona into, like he does in certain ways, but he doesn't have that same drive and same aptitude like towards how he
Yeah.
was on the outside, like talking about the street shit, and then now on the inside of the ring, because there's like a certain level of honesty that you have to uphold to yourself and to the training,
And
the whole
accountability,
regime,
yeah.
discipline. As soon as my brother wraps his head around that and gets that
Game over.
right, it's gonna be a big problem, bro.
It's the way that he obsesses
So
about
every
Yeah,
cunt
no,
laughing
look-
now, it doesn't matter. That's why I'm saying not to rematch him, because bro, like where we're gonna take it, I want to say fucking too much, like I said before, but like fuck, where we're gonna take it's gonna be fucking cross the
Because
water.
he's always telling me, he's like, he goes, the way that you've, like the way you ran that life, lad.
Yeah.
As soon as you transfer that into the ring and you deal with the boxing the same way you've gone through life.
Yeah,
I've dealt with like
100%.
all the adversities in life. He goes, bro, no motherfucker's gonna touch it.
because there's a way that my brother is, bro, and I always take a leaf out of his book, bro.
And I'm
he'll
like,
run
let me
it-
tell you something.
He'll run at anyone. He'll run at any cunt. He'll never let any cunt disrespect him. You know that, bro, yeah.
Fuck, I've seen it firsthand, lad.
And then that level of like honesty outside, bro. If we uphold that inside, and once he does, bro, like fucking, It's gonna be a very big problem, bro.
Yeah.
Well, they're coming fast.
I'm telling you that.
Those hands are gonna be coming
we know
fucking
what
like
the go
lightning,
is.
brother.
We know what the go is. You guys don't know what the go is. When you see, you see. When you don't see,
100%.
you don't
And
see.
mark my words, bro. Fucking fact check me, bro. In a fucking what,
6 months, a year, whatever it
8, 9
is.
months,
Bro, I
brother.
can't
8, 9
I
months.
can't wait to get that. I can't wait to get the rematch, lad. I swear to
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
But whether we rematch him or not, bro.
But that's what it was, bro. For you TikTok monkeys. For you TikTok monkeys and
That's
your,
what happens when a monkey
and your
gets too many
sisters and your
bananas.
brothers. But it was just fucking.
Ask me that question from the start of the podcast again. That dumb fucking question. I want to answer it.
Oh,
That's a very
stupid.
interesting question.
Yeah, so
Stupid
since
question.
we're going through questions, yeah.
Fucking, oh, bro.
We got a few of them because we haven't had a yarn in a long time, bro. So I was talking
Let's hit, lad.
with this mate, yeah,
Yeah.
and we're having a discussion about OnlyFans and all this shit, and she was trying to say,
Yeah.
but this is the question: Is watching porn the same as women having their OnlyFans? Because I was arguing with a chick and she was saying the same thing.
So, the man watching porn, is she saying, is equivalent to a woman having an OnlyFans account?
Yeah, a partner of yours having an OnlyFans. That's it.
She is.
So she was like, "Whoa!" She was like, "What are you complaining about it for?" She's like, "The same as watching porn." I'm like, "How the fuck is it the same as watching porn?"
I don't want to be rude,
Yeah.
but that line of thinking could not possibly be more wrong.
Yeah,
Like, even if she tried, she couldn't be more wrong.
it sounds like she's trying to justify it.
Because she's trying to justify A. B, how is it that the woman diminishing all her value
Yeah.
is the same as a man? Cheap dopamine fix, yeah. Porn's bad, yeah. Agreed. All these things are bad.
Yeah.
Some girls consider porn cheating, yeah. No problem. I agree with all of those things. But how is...
Do you reckon porn's cheating?
I don't think porn's cheating, but I've been with girls who did,
Yeah.
and I've adhered to that rule.
Girls
if
that
makes
watch
sense.
porn?
No, that think it's cheating.
What do you reckon about that? Before
porn
we go
cheating?
back to what you're saying, do you reckon porn is cheating?
Fuck, for me, it is.
I reckon it is.
Really?
Yes.
I reckon it is,
Yes,
lad.
I reckon it is.
You,
mate.
you,
Imagine,
you're-
mate, you
100%.
walking in on your missus, she's like pumping herself to a fuck another guy.
She's
you,
fu-
you don't
she's-
think that's
she's-
That's
cheating?
fucked.
That's what I'm
bad.
thinking.
Think of that, lad.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
lusting
yeah.
over another man.
And
I would
it's
fly
got to
kick
be
mine.
equal. Yeah. Okay.
Like,
yeah,
what would you do? Say you walked in and your wife, right?
No.
Doesn't matter who
No,
it was.
no, no,
No,
no. I would
just
not be
just
able
take
to
a
handle
scenario.
it. Fine.
And she's like, she's got a vibrator. You can hear the vibrator, and you go on. You're like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm playing with myself." You're like, "All right," but then you can hear
Mo.
a guy saying, "Oh,"
Mo.
and then you go and look. You say, "What the fuck are you doing?" She's watching Lex Steel.
Hey, Mo.
Dick down
and-
two girls, bro.
And it's
big
a
black
fucking big,
Oculus.
big snozzer.
Big,
a big double gauge barrel, brother.
big black man thing.
Consider my mind changed. Yeah, all right. Porn is cheating. Consider my mind changed.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fucking...
Like,
That's,
imagine that, lad.
yeah, I agree. Sorry to all the women that...
Hey, is
cop
batting
that.
in general cheating? Do you reckon that's...
I reckon it is.
Nah.
I reckon.
Batting?
Any form of self pleasure is. You're fucking yourself, bro.
I know it's demonic. I know 100%.
Like, it's
fucking
fucking-
any form of fucking...
I don't know.
guys.
There's a
I
lot,
don't know,
bro.
guys.
There's a lot.
Like, all right, if you ask me, it's not a massive deal.
Look,
It's bad.
because I heard. I don't know whether the girls that I've been with lie about it, but majority of women I've spoken to in life, they've said that every woman plays with herself. You reckon it's true?
I reckon they have.
A lot. You can't say every woman.
Yeah.
But like a large percentage, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, like a large percentage.
I agree with that because, to be honest, with the level of skill in the males that's out there right now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, do you know how many women are just not getting satisfied?
Yeah.
It's fucked, and majority of it is because of the vibrator. It's so bad. For you.
Yeah, it is,
It
it
removes
is.
all sensitivity from everything.
Yeah.
but
In what way, Mo? Explain. Elaborate, lad.
all right, you know what? I'm gonna
Fuck,
elaborate with
bro.
a PG-13
Yeah.
response. Watch this
Go.
shit. As a
Yalla, tell me.
tradesman on the tools for like 30 years. Okay,
Yeah.
the vibration, he has no feeling in his hands. I have no feeling in my hands
Yeah.
because of 4 or 5 years of being on the tools, let alone 35,
No
40
way,
years.
is
Yeah,
that bad?
I got very little feeling
Jackhammering,
in my
huh?
hands. Yeah, rocks, jackhammer, all vibration. It fucks up your pain receptors and your feeling,
Your sensory
your
receptors,
nerves.
yeah.
That's the one.
It
Yeah.
desensitizes your
It
pussy
fucks
holes.
everything. Yeah. So imagine that, all right? She's electing to. We need to do this shit for money. You're doing it for pleasure. She's
Yeah.
electing. Can your penis vibrate?
A lot of girls.
Can your just
lad,
answer the question
yeah,
straight
yeah,
out?
yeah, yeah.
Can
I'm
it
not-
vibrate?
I can make it, but I'm playing.
Can it
obviously
vibrate? No. Okay. Can yours vibrate?
Huh? Don't worry about
Super
that.
dick. Can it vibrate?
I have my ways.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
It can't. Neither
but I
can
know what
mine.
you mean.
I have
No
my-
man's penis can vibrate. So it's unnatural to start off with.
Yeah.
Let alone fucking the nerves up. Anyway,
I got a hip drive 1000.
oh, brother.
X Pro.
It's all about the
2.0.
motion, brother. I know this cuss. I know this cuss. It's not my first rodeo either.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But in saying that, when you talk about women touching themselves, yeah, they have to, lad. Because blokes don't know what they're doing anymore to pleasure a woman.
Yeah.
There's more to sex than fucking,
Yeah.
right? It starts earlier than that.
What does Lincoln say? You can watch all the porn you want. Doesn't mean you can fuck them.
True. Very true. Very true. But back to what was the thing again?
No, but you know how
OnlyFans.
many girls that do fuck around with that? They're so hard to please, bro.
Because you can't. It's not possible unless you can vibrate. Then they don't
Bro,
want you.
it's
Like,
like- Satiate that
I've
type of
spoken
hunger,
to
bro.
women and they're like, not now, but like just throughout life, like 'cause I'm
Yeah.
an old cunt, and just women that were like they're always saying, like I just ask them. I used to ask them questions like what does it take to please them?
yeah,
And I explain all this long shit. I'm like, bruh, fuck, you must be fresh.
bro.
Bro, I'm like, you must be fucking
Bro, you
fresh.
know,
But you keep asking questions and you find out they got vibrators, dildos,
Yeah,
they're
bro.
doing all this shit. Like,
Adler, you know what kills me?
she fucks herself so good that her man will never be able to fuck her the
what
way
I'm
she
saying,
fucks herself.
The 1 hour, 2 hour fucking talk. Unless you're coked up or fucking on Viagra fucking 2 days in, you're not fucking for longer
Mate,
than
you're
If a girl
20
needs,
minutes,
so
brother.
delusional.
if a
bro.
girl needs sex for longer than 20 minutes, she's trash.
Bro, there's
Yeah,
something
bro.
wrong there, bro.
The only way to overcome the vibrator syndrome is to get in her fucking psyche, in her head so hard that it's an emotional thing.
Yeah,
It's not even a
100%.
physical anymore. That's the only way to overcome it. You can't otherwise.
Yeah.
You can't otherwise. Do you
I
agree with
agree.
that? What I say? You agree with that? The only way to overcome the whole vibrator problem is to get so deeply ingrained in their head, in their psyche,
Yeah.
that it's an emotional thing,
Bro,
no longer a
just
physical.
stop,
Or just stop vibrating.
stop watching porn and stop fucking yourself. That's it.
Hard.
Easy, lad. Easy
I
fix.
swear.
It's actually a good question.
Yeah,
The OnlyFans question, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
She's diminishing all her value,
yeah.
and it's considered the same as her being her vagina is $2, cuz.
No, this
$2. Junkies, I give them $2 for free.
Ah,
Bro,
no, this is chick, this is
bro,
chick.
this is
You know,
She's
you
giving
remember
away
that-
everything.
You remember that last question where I go, oh, she got to lay on her back to get on your
Yeah, lad.
There was this chick who seen that. I was mates with her. She stopped talking to me. Because
Yeah.
of that. Yeah, she's an OnlyFans girl as well.
Yeah, see?
She's full dirty. You think you're better than us? This and that. I'm like,
Yes.
bro, you're selling your mook for $4.
Bro, how much
Switch
do they,
it.
they make a lot, eh? These
Bro, they
motherfuckers,
make
bro.
multi-millions. But let me tell you something. The respect is not there, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Name someone that respects them.
But good luck
Look-
to their kids, lad.
Bro, they
Imagine
don't know
that,
what they're
bro.
doing. If they even get to the point where they can have
You know when
kids,
you
they
let,
end up having
you know when you
mere
let your
truth.
financial situation dictate your decisions?
he does that to me all the time. He makes sure I don't do that. He makes sure he
Yeah,
ingrained it in my head.
Nah,
lad.
like we've all done that. You know your financial situation and you start making decisions that are
Yeah,
just fucked. Your logic goes out the window. A lot of these women do that, bro.
Yeah.
And now, you know how they're like through mainstream media and that, how it's normal now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's accepted.
They've
That's it.
normalized
Socially
it.
accepted.
It's a normalized, they've
Even-
normalized a lot, bro.
Even through music,
Hard.
bro. Before, like there was no swearing. Now it's at a point where
You can't do it without swearing.
It's like fucking
Hey,
porn.
lad, even the radio.
Mm.
I was cruising to the radio and they're dropping like, fuck, bitch, this and that. I'm like, bro, this 10
That's
years
what
ago.
I'm- That's what I mean. I heard Chucky talking about it, like how desensitized the public is.
Yeah.
Just the crimes, things that happen.
Shout out Chucky, bro. He's
Shout out
killing
Chucky,
it,
bro.
lad.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Proud of you, bro.
80,000, the big 80,000.
Controversial coach, huh?
Proud
Who
of you,
gave
bro.
you that name, brother?
He posted a thing about a guy threatening a bus driver. And yeah, something he said stuck, bro. He goes, fucking, the way how desensitized the public is that they just got their phones out and recorded. It's crazy,
Wow.
bro.
Yeah, no one done nothing, bro. Did you see
everything's
that?
fucked.
That's fucked.
I reckon if
Imagine
that
you're
was to happen
there-
in Sydney, he would have got belted.
Yeah, fucking
It
no.
was in Brisbane, eh?
I said, oh, Brisbane or nah, in Sydney, nah, no way. Even the fucking Bondi, you know that Bondi stabbing.
Okay, Bondi's Bondi, but come
Yeah.
to the area, it's not gonna the same thing, cuz.
I remember when that. I reckon same thing, lad. Same thing.
Really?
Yeah, same thing, lad.
We're fucked then.
Just morally, bro. Everyone's fucking.
That's fucked up, bro. You know what?
Motherfuckers, wake up, bro. Please wake up. You
That's
need to
what
wake up.
That's what I mean with socials and shit, bro. No one knows how to interact anymore. Like people don't even want to help each other.
The other day, I had a conversation with someone in public. Never met him before. Had a decent conversation. It
Yeah.
was only 5 minutes.
It's
but
very
fuck,
rare, bro.
What a chinwag, bro. It was cracker, lad.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there talking about actual shit. Like, it was another human there, not just a fucking 1 or a 0 or a robot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You don't get that
And
anymore.
fuck, I had the best
Hey,
day
Mo,
after that.
Being as young as you are,
Yeah.
do you find it hard to have personal contact?
Like,
What would you rather, like, because I feel like the young millennials, bro, they're gun over line, bro, like online, because I text a lot of like the boys and that, and some of them are young, bro, clients and that, this, that, and other, and bro, how energetic they are online to get back, to reply, to do this and do that, and when I'm in person with them, they're like fucking like walking
Zombies.
walking
They're fucking
zombies, you know what I
weird.
mean?
That's what I'm. That's what
And
I
then it
mean.
makes me feel like I'm the weird kind of like,
Nah.
bro, did I
It
miss
makes you
something
feel
out?
like you're old, lad. But
I
it's just the
feel
way
like I'm old, lad.
everything they're so used to interacting digitally, like you know, with technology and shit. You see how it's replaced, like it's taken away
The physical interaction.
no, like it's because of technology. They've lost the sensitivity, the processes, like the process of talking to someone or
Right.
initiating a conversation.
things that used to be second nature. And now they have
things
to
that
think
used to be.
about.
That's why men are so rude towards women, lad. Because it's gone from get her attention on the street, say hello, take out for coffee, to just sending a
You know that.
message, and she doesn't reply, then you're like, fuck you, bitch, and then just blah blah blah. blah.
Yeah, hard.
So they can't handle
Yeah.
the rejection. Like.
Yeah, so it's watered down everything, so everyone becomes more narcissistic than they already are.
Brad, a lot of my combos end up on text message. If it gets too deep, then I have to call him.
Yeah.
And if not, then I'll go see him.
Hard.
Because then you can sort of like,
You miss nuances in text.
yeah,
lad.
bro.
No,
And you
what
can miss.
time?
How many times have you misread conversations, you and your
Bro,
missus?
Bruh.
You're like,
Bro,
bro,
I was about to say.
all our wars is over text, lad.
Yeah, see? Bro, it's
a
bad.
simple phone call or a simple like fucking interaction in person, bro. How many wars would have been saved?
Bro, straight out.
Brother, we
Bro.
go to war with our missus.
Why
I
don't
was
you
watching
stop?
a TikTok, lad. I was watching a TikTok. This bloke goes up to this little Asian lady and asks her, like, she was a little cutie. He goes, "Where'd you get the coffee from?" She started going on, "Oh, it was just a little shop here. You want to go for a coffee? This is that." Like, it was mad. And they hung out for the whole day, lad.
Yeah, hectic.
That is cracker.
Yeah,
That's
proper
proper,
interaction,
bro.
yeah.
Humans interacting. It needs
it's
to come
getting
back.
worse, bro.
They're doing
Yeah.
it by design, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
by design. Because if you can get the youth, you got the future.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
And they've locked them in their
They've
houses.
made them more impatient, lad.
Yeah, bro. Instant gratification like that.
That's like they bypassed like any sort
Everything.
of like. There's a process to everything, lad.
Yeah.
They've taken that away. They've eliminated it
Gone.
by the digital world's eliminated that.
100%.
Yeah.
To answer your question, I honestly,
worst
I don't have that issue because I don't.
Even the experience of, like, I'll give you an example, the experience of ordering food. Now it's
Yeah,
just all
hard.
online, bang,
Yeah,
bang,
you
bang.
used to have to talk
No,
on the
but
phone.
didn't you look, when I was young, I used to love going to Macca's with my mum and that. We'd go through the
Yeah,
drive-through. Bro, there's
yeah.
a full Tarago with all of us. Like.
Bro, you could smell the
Yeah,
the food.
all
You know
the
what I mean?
family
You
meals
get
now.
G'd up.
Now it's like those
Press 3 buttons on your
those
screen
simple
and see out.
pleasures have turned into we just order food.
Swipe of a finger and it's there.
Hey,
Like
so-
sometimes I don't even want to go out and eat with my missus. I'll just get food.
Yeah,
Uber
Uber
There's
Eats.
no, we're fucking going to eat.
At least she fucking
I'm
grounds
like-
you, bro.
I'm like, no.
Bro, I fucking random. But you remember the Macca's cookies?
Yeah. No. Which ones?
You get
Which
the
ones?
They
Happy
little
Meal.
bag, lad.
The
No,
Happy
you mean
Meal.
they little in the
And
box?
then they used to
in
come in the box, yeah?
They used to be
I
in
just
a
had
box. They're not
fucking deja
anymore.
vu.
They're not in a
And
box
you
anymore.
used to
lad.
get the shape of grimace
Yeah,
and
like,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, bro.
Fucking nostalgic.
Bro, but yeah, to
That was
answer
the
your
days.
question,
Like,
I
that
don't
was the days.
fucking, I
When
don't
Big Mac
associate.
meals were $4.95, like. Oof.
Bro, you know how big the Big Macs used to be?
Yeah, they used to be massive.
Like,
They're
small,
small.
yeah.
they're literally like so small. now.
Every year I used to see them just shrink. Like.
Shrink.
Yeah. Now 2 bites I can finish one.
Literally. But yeah, to answer your question again, I don't associate with my own generation, to
Yeah.
be honest. I can't handle it. Lad.
Yeah,
I
hard.
don't like being on my phone. Sometimes I get caught in like a zombie scroll.
Yeah.
It happens to me. I'm not immune to it. But
Yeah.
when it comes to
I'm
talking,
cocaine with all zombies, bro.
brother. But when I don't even need that, and I'm
Zombie.
already imagine, bro. I'll be
Yeah,
there for
hard.
14 hours, lad.
Hard.
But when it comes to communicating with people, I hate texts. I hate it. Phone calls, all right. If it's with either him or Josh or something,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I can deal with it. FaceTime's my favorite. If I have to be over the phone and I can't come see you, FaceTime's enough. But I can't do
Yeah,
it, lad.
hard.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I hate like
Like to discuss,
Just come kick it with me, bro.
Like to discuss serious shit, I'd rather it
Yeah,
face to face.
you can't do it over the
Well, you
phone.
can read someone's energy. Like.
you can't do it over the
Over the phone, you can hide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Bro, it's like when you ask someone if they're all right. You know, you can hear it in their voice.
Yeah,
And then if you see them, you can,
you can feel it.
I
yeah.
got another question, man.
Okay, here.
If a partner doesn't allow you to have friends, no. If a partner doesn't allow you to have friends of the opposite sex, is it classified as insecurity or a control issue?
Neither. It's just common sense.
What do you mean common
It's
sense?
just common sense.
What's the question again, lad?
So if a partner doesn't allow you to have friends of the opposite sex, is it classed as an insecurity or a control issue?
That's a good question.
It's just common sense, lad. You shouldn't have. Like, what do you need another female around?
Nah,
for?
but we're like, look outside your perspective, like.
outside my perspective,
Yeah.
it's not. It depends on. It's a case by case situation.
Yeah.
Some men are insecure. Full stop.
Yeah.
Some men want to control what their partners do
Why wouldn't you allow it?
because it opens the door. Like, look, I'm a person that can be easily tempted.
Yeah.
Tempted by females.
Yeah.
Right. So, if I'm with a woman and I want to remain faithful to that woman, I avoid all contact with females that aren't family.
Yeah. That's based on your experience and your
Personal experience. I know where my
Because you're a
weaknesses
little
are.
horny cunt. That's why.
correct.
Right?
I'm not even gonna
But
doubt
there's
it. Lad.
sometimes
It's
there's,
correct.
But sometimes there's males out there with self-control, lad.
It doesn't matter how much
Yeah.
self-control you have. The
Yeah.
devil will find a way. He'll find the path and penetrate, lad.
Yeah.
It's full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Well-
like me. He taught me the. Nah, listen.
Back door, front door.
again. I thought I got away with it.
No. Seriously, but
Honestly, bro, straight out. Look,
But if
you can look
say,
at it from
say,
any way.
say you are both, say you are both look at a
Let me answer this. Let me answer this. You ready?
like a proper age.
When you argue
Yeah.
with your missus, but you have a female friend and she has a male friend, okay?
that would never be an issue.
Wait,
We would never have friends.
correct, because you're smart. But anyway, let's say these dumb cunts, all right? He's got a female friend and she's got a male friend. This couple argues. In the old times, when the couple argues, the couple discusses together. In the new generation times, they don't do that. They go to that female friend or to that male friend. They only tell them the negative.
That is the fucking worst, bro.
Correct. And they
Never,
only
ever.
hear the negatives about you. So they're gonna. All right, he's gonna assume that you're a fuckwit because she's only telling him the negative shit, right? And then instead of discussing it within the relationship, guess what happens? The relationship fails. They're always gonna have a shoulder to cry on now, and she's never gonna come. Bro, it's never gonna work. It's always gonna end in a fucking
The worst
breakup.
thing you could do in the
Keep the problems in the relationship.
the worst thing you could do in a relationship is vent to anyone else out of it.
Exactly.
Whether you're married or you're with. Because you told your family is always they're always gonna look at you as a
100%.
brother or a son or a sister or a fucking thing. But
100%.
They always have your best
Straight
interest.
out.
and you know how toxic arguments can get between couples. So why would you go and tell your brother everything that she's?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You'll
Honestly,
forgive him. You'll
there's
forgive him, but you're
exceptions.
pissed.
You-
But
one
you're
of my
but
one-
you're-
one
yeah.
of my exes used to do that. The family knew about every argument and they hated me all the way to the end, bro.
Nah, I couldn't do it.
It's
I spoke
because-
to my ex about it. I told her if the arguments stay in the relationship,
Yeah, yeah,
every
yeah.
problem stays in the relationship. I don't care who it is. If it's your uncle, your mum, your cousin,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
That's why the one now it always stayed just between us.
Yeah, and it has to be like that, bro. Because outside intervention is
Because
the
family
biggest
are always
failure.
gonna judge based on their standing with the girl, like their it's family, lad. They
Even
always
if it turns them off the girl a little bit,
yeah.
bit by bit by bit by
Yeah.
bit over time, what the fuck happens there? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's the worst thing you can do, but that's what having friends does, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's easier.
All I gotta know is about what a girl calling my brother a dog, and I just hate him for
That's
life.
it.
Like,
That's
fuck this bitch.
That's it.
That's what I mean. So why would you go and tell?
Exactly.
Give him that
So
proper
many,
ammo.
bro. It's so hard as well when you're dating in the fucking 20th. What is it?
21st century.
21st century as well, because you're not only dating her, you're dating her friends, her family.
Yeah.
her- No, but my friend's telling me this and this. and that.
Especially,
Make your friends
especially if you have a
single and-
traditional sense and a traditional like,
Oh,
approach
dude,
too.
that doesn't exist anymore, lad.
Bro, there's nothing like it.
We're
No,
very
but we're from
few.
that time.
There's no more women like that.
Nah, fuck, bro.
And if you do, she's
Find
probably
one.
got kids or
If you find
Been
one, snatch her
married
up, lad, and treat her well, cuz
Yeah,
there's
the-
not many around.
the women of this day and age. Is
Yeah.
fucking...
Hey, kids, yeah, I got a question.
No. You got to answer that.
What is it again?
So if your partner doesn't allow you to have friends of the opposite sex, is it an insecurity or control issue? Only Mo answered.
Control.
Control
But
issue.
it's not even an issue.
Yeah, but he
Control
said to
issue.
step outside of your
But
perspective.
would you allow it?
No, never.
Never.
Well, why wouldn't you allow it? What's the reason? We'll get your answer by the way you answer.
Because of the way that men are and the way that men think. Women, they're so like delusional in their approach. Like they can go to the gym and then think like every guy there wants to be their mate, not realizing that every cunt wants to just fucking stick one in.
100%.
Nah, but I reckon
But then with a guy,
girls are. I don't think women are that dumb, bro.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
I would say like 50%.
Your one might not be,
Yeah,
but
I
trust
reckon
me, they are.
50% of them are.
He's
You know
got
what? 70% of them are.
his perspective is a little bit warped because his missus is smart. Okay, they're really dumb, cuz a lot of them are really dopey. They're delusional. No, sorry, they're not dumb. They're delusional. It's
Yeah.
different. It's different. They're not stupid. They're just
100%. I
delusional.
agree with you. When you got loyal women,
Yeah.
you can sort of have like a warped fucking approach.
Because me
to it, but-
personally, I've never have. As soon as I'm in a relationship, I cut them all off.
Yeah.
I just don't talk to them.
Me
the
personally,
same.
I would never have.
I don't see the reason why you would have a companion that's of the opposite sex.
But you know what?
Yeah.
With us, you know, how with us with girls,
Yeah.
we've always had that problem whenever we like mates with girls. Anyway, it ends up going that way because
Always.
they'll end up falling.
but we can keep them at bay, but.
Of
But
course,
as soon
but
as-
women
but
can't keep
if
them
you were
in
to,
that, babe.
no, but if you were to give in, they'll give in.
100%,
Like that.
Yeah, 100%.
It's different for women.
and you
but-
can feel it.
Yeah.
And you don't want to put yourself in that type of fucking predicament
Why
anyway.
put exactly my point? If
Bro,
you
I'm
have a
slanging-
fucking
I'm
problem,
slanging that. I'm slanging that thing, nigga.
if you've got a drinking,
Yeah. Are you stressing, are you? It's 2:00 and you're stressing.
Yeah.
You want to come over?
Can you drop some Gillet flavor? 3 a.m. in the morning.
Hey, Mo, lad. Back in the day, lad, there was a chick, she's married, like Muslim girl as well.
yeah.
Bro, I always get hit up by a Muslim woman, right?
Yeah, why is that?
This one's married. I don't know.
I only
cuz.
get Christians.
I don't know. My name's Yahya, brother.
Bro, I only get Christians. I don't know why.
No, yeah, there you
Bro,
go then,
I
brother.
don't get it, cuz.
Repeat after me.
You repeat after me, bro.
Hard.
Fucking hell.
Hold 3
Hey,
fingers,
no.
man.
And then she one time she hit me up. This is when I was going spastic on the internet, lad.
Yeah.
Probably pre-COVID.
I
Like.
died when you told me.
Yeah, and she messaged me and told me she needed Adigile flavor, but I was hitting her up, bro. I was like, no, I wasn't hitting her up, but I was sending her like fucked up messages on Snap, Insta.
Nah.
No, not fucked up. I was just like, hey, what are you doing? This, that, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about your husband. This, that, it's made up. Should baby do you root? This and that. I was just fucking around. But she knows me as that character at the gym. Like.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, she hit me up. I think she caught herself slipping, bro. She hit me up late at night, 2, 3 in the morning. She needed Aggie flavor. I was like, bro, if I get my hands on this bitch, I'll put her back.
What do you mean 2, 3 in the morning?
This is
for
What
ages
is a
ago,
polite
bro.
way? That's a polite way. But when I heard that, I died, but because that was like creative. I'm like, fuck, that's actually all right, bro. I'll give it a flavor, you know what I mean?
what?
Yeah, it was the time. It was the time the burger was so and that the Burger Bros
Yeah,
American. Yeah, it was around that time. And I think I was staying at my
Fuck, she
sister's.
probably thinks she's slick
Aggie
or something.
flavour.
No, but with me, I was only fucking around, bro. I was
Yeah,
only
of
fucking
course.
around. Yeah.
My brother's got a tendency like that, huh?
I just like
Lead
to
the horse to water and just leave him there.
He does the same thing, lad. He's like, what are you talking about, bro? We all do it, man. We all do it. Like, we sit there and we G it up, until they want to fuck, and then
I've done it a couple times,
And then,
but not often.
Bro, we do it, and then when we see him out in public, they go to every girl, he's a fucking grog, this, that. It's not my fault I didn't want to fuck him.
Hard.
Johnny, the bust is a bust. Hey, my question.
Yeah.
Since we were talking, my brother mentioned kids. Like, this is going to be a hard one. This is going to be fucking a bit mind-boggling. But when dating a single mother, how do you think that you should be integrated into the relationship when including the kids?
Look,
Oh, what a question.
that's a great fucking question. You know why?
Hey, mind you, let me paint the fucking
Paint the picture.
paint
bro.
the picture. You've seen her. You've started talking 6 months. You fell in love with her,
Yeah.
but then now it's that point in the relationship to meet the kids.
Is she in love with you?
Yeah, she's in love with
Okay.
you, obviously, and she's introduced you to the kids. But how do you think that? How do you think she should integrate your relationship? Because remember, she has to not idolize, but she has to cater to you and the kids.
No, but it depends on the age of the kids. There's a lot of contributing shit. Like,
Oh,
depends on the age, what age of the kids. But
yeah.
Say mid-teens.
Okay. Oof.
yeah, that's
So they're
rough.
like sort of
if
like
they're already developed, then
Nah.
nah,
Nah.
16.
16, yeah, different story. But
Yeah,
I can only answer from the position of the children.
yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Because I've been there, right? I could probably think of an answer for the other, from the position of the male, but I think my input would be preferred in that regard. So I'm gonna say, from the position of the children, he needs to come in as a support figure, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Not as their dad.
Who the fuck would want to come in as a dad?
No,
bro?
people do it, lad.
No.
They overpower. They try to make it their
I've never
house.
done it.
Yeah, but you got a fucking brain, don't you?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers don't. It's bad when the bloke tries to dad you. It's all right if he tries to older bro you. It's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if he comes in and he offers his support where needed, but he backs off and allows the kid to come to him,
Yeah.
he'll have a lot easier time. Like a lot easier
It's a
time.
very smart answer.
Yeah,
That's exactly my approach. I'd just
Yeah.
be supportive and loving to the mother.
Yeah.
And the kids will see it.
exactly.
Let everything happen organically.
Exactly. But if you force the
I
relationship,
wouldn't
lad,
even
they're gonna
force
hate
that.
you.
I'm like me doing that. I'm not trying to be no one's daddy, bro. I'm just there for her, and just by association, I love them too. You know what I mean? Just because of her. But with me, all my life will be directed at her, and it'll be reciprocated. If you fucking shit.
Bro, I had a mate. Yeah, I used to work with him back when I was doing the whole warehouse, and he got caught up in this fucking drama. He fell in love with a girl, and then she just came out of a fucking toxic relationship, probably like 2 years out.
Yeah.
2 kids, the kids, he fell in love with them, bro. But then
They broke up.
they broke up because of the kids.
What would happen?
Because, no, not because of the kids, because of her, sorry. But then it made it like it made it a thing because he was attached to the kids.
But she was using, she was using them as shields.
Yeah, but she was using him and she was like fucking trauma and whatnot. And
That's what I mean, bro. You know, the trauma shit that we touch on.
Yeah.
If you don't, like, it fucks you, like.
If it's long term, lad.
I feel like we need to just go through everything we went through again. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lifelong battle, lad.
It really is. It's hard in any relationship if there's
general.
kids involved because there is always gonna have to be a connection to the ex.
Yeah.
You can't take someone's kids.
Yeah.
Lad. Do you know what I mean?
bro, and I say what I said before to say this, like sometimes they wanted that.
Yeah, I wanted that my
Yeah,
whole life. Lad.
100%.
It's just it's hard to deal with that one.
So it's a situation that's like fucking, it's hard to answer, bro. That
Yeah,
question.
I always wanted that relationship with my dad as well.
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted it when it mattered.
Not now.
Yeah, not now. Yeah.
100%. I
So
feel like,
so you always long for it, lad.
yeah. You know what? The younger brothers and sisters don't understand the weight of the oldest male, lad.
Yeah, 100%.
Not the oldest child, the oldest male.
Yeah,
There's a weight on their
100%.
shoulders, lad. That's
Yeah.
like, you can't explain it.
Yeah.
And it's always there. Every time, for example,
you're
I'll-
like
I'll-
a test dummy, lad.
It's
Yeah.
invisible baggage. Yeah.
Exactly. I'll tell you because he's your older brother,
Yeah, yeah.
right? I'm Gabe's older brother, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So everything that when you come across something and you don't know, you ask him.
Yeah, yeah.
He tells you, and that's it. That's over for you.
100%.
If you look at him and his job,
He's got no way to do that. Yeah.
when something came up and he's like, "Fuck, who the fuck do I ask about this?"
No, but mine and his was similar, lad, because you know the house that we were a part of?
Yeah, so
Mine,
he
and-
was-
mine
he's
and
the
his
oldest
relationship
there?
wasn't older brother until we got older.
Oh, so he would have been the oldest
Yeah,
there.
he would have been the oldest in his
So you would have
household,
copped it as well then.
So I
Yeah.
can sort of like
Yeah,
it resonates with
fucking
me
oath
too.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard, lad. It's hard. It's hard because every time you would have you get it. So when you don't know what the fuck's going
Yeah, yeah.
on, who the fuck are you gonna ask? No one.
100%.
So
be
you got to
older-
figure it out the hard
yeah.
way.
To be the older brother is very hard.
The older brother's covered in scars, lad,
Yeah, 100%.
and you can't see them. But
Motherfuckers
they're
should go bulletproof, lad.
100%. But shout out to all the older brothers, lad, that struggle through all that shit. You're not alone, lad. Hit up Health and Wealth.
DMO.
DM.
I got another thing. This is a common question, lad. Yeah, I think we think about. We need to touch on it again. What do you think are the main reasons for cheating? What do you think are the main reasons for cheating in today's day and age? Because everyone's fucking cheating, lad. And I'm telling you, lad.
Hey, first,
If she's not doing it, or he's not doing it, he's thought of it 1,000 times.
hey, what's cheating?
Watch
bro?
all the cocksuckers on TikTok.
Hey, physically cheating.
all like you.
All cheating. All cheating is cheating.
Bro, you know what cheating for me is?
Have a lolly to me, brother. They're nice.
Bro, I've been eating them. Hey, these are fucking cracker, bro. I found this in my brother's cupboard. Anyway, her entertaining a DM from another guy is cheating, for
Cheating.
me.
100%.
That's shit. That's the new. That's the
100%.
So we talking like that, or physically like fucking?
any form of cheating,
Any.
because technology has sped up the product, made everyone lose their sensitivity to the processes. So now cheating's become so instant.
Yeah.
DMs, bang. If you like something, it's cheating, lad. That's just the way of social media and the way of the world now. It's changed, lad. Like back then, it used to be you have to show interest, or you have to do like you're sitting with a girl in a room. You just don't even have to engage anymore. You just go and talk to her or like a photo of hers, and you just look at each other, and you're cheating already.
Bro, I got stung like
You
that.
know what I mean? The traditional way would be
I get
with
what you're
physically
saying.
how
It's
I
actually, I'm processing. It's fucking true, like.
yeah.
That's why it makes sense.
All you gotta do is to show her interest. You just like the photo, and she'll
That's
know it'll be implanted in there.
Yeah.
She's like, you like my photo. so
That's
there's something there.
actually insane, lad.
And you could do that and fuck off, and then 2 weeks later she'll come back and water the seed. Like that's always been in the back of her mind. That's what I mean.
I got stung like that because I liked the photo. I miss seeing it.
Nah,
What's going on here? Yeah.
I got caught like that. as well.
But bro, mind you, bro,
She tried to pull me up, and I tried to bash her. Like. It's one of my exes. Like.
no, but it was a genuine like, bro, because you know with Instagram you can fucking slide and shit. I'm new to this whole fucking media shit, yeah. I done what I done. I'm not trying to justify it, but bro, slide the photo. She's got ass photos.
Nah.
Mo, but this chick that I ended up following her because her content I'm gonna fucking blueprint and do the same shit, and her uploads, and that gives me ideas. If I was to see, like for me that was innocent because the
First photo wasn't like that.
no not even that. Like me and my brother, we're fucking old cunts.
Yeah.
For us to like actually entertain that would be physically like going after or messaging her.
Yeah. We
But
don't see it. We see it differently.
Yeah, but because it was just a genuine like, and then I fucking had to apologize for it, and then she understood whatever. But then I was like, that's why I asked her, what type of cheating is it? Because this day and age, bro, my brother was right, brother. It can be as simple as just fucking liking and festering that little thought and getting
Yeah,
that 3
it's
a.m. DM, lad.
So what would be
Everything
what would be
festers.
the reason for cheating? So this is just that's gone too deep into it, lad.
Bro,
What would-
attention. That's the new currency, yeah?
Attention is the new currency, yes.
I feel like it's like, that's what it is. Because everyone's on socials, so everyone just wants the bag of attention, bro. And depending on how they are in their household, well, trauma-wise, and that, this and that and other, I reckon that's the way that they will go about getting that attention?
It's different for a male and a female. The reason is different.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You reckon?
Well, okay.
For a female, I feel
simplify
like,
it.
I feel like the reason would be like a lack of emotional fulfillment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can simplify it and say the reason people cheat is because their needs are not met. Simple answer.
That's
But-
a lack of emotional fulfillment.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, yeah. 100%.
But then you can backtrack that all the way back into the. I reckon it goes back into the girl's upbringing in her life. Like, yeah.
That's what I was saying before, but I don't want to go into it.
That's right. Their needs
It's a
are not
long-
met.
Oh, is that what
Full
you're
stop.
saying?
Yeah.
Now,
Fuck it, go into it then.
men
Yeah,
only need two things and they're happy forever.
yeah.
All right? It's respect and gratitude.
Yeah.
Respect and appreciation. That's
100%,
it.
I agree with that.
That is it. Full stop. And we will love you till the end of time. And there will never be anything
if
else.
women were to understand that, bro, they will get so further with men, bro.
100%.
You can manipulate the nigga to do whatever you want.
Bro.
Respect
100%.
and appreciation, and you are happy forever.
And making something that
Women, that's basic. Like,
legit, bro. You fucking
Yeah,
you will
food
sell
fucking
the
fuck
nigga
off.
Some eggs.
that's all it is. Food fucking fuck
You
off.
want eggs, Jake?
That's all it is, that. But those are the only two things a man needs, right? Women, all they need is security and emotional support. That's it. Simple as that. If you offer them a safe space to operate and be themselves however they want to be, that safe space is worth everything that to them. And then emotional security,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, is just a basic thing that women need.
Yeah.
If any of those needs are not met, you're gonna be searching that always.
Yeah.
The grass is greener on the other side, type of thing.
So then
But the grass is not greener on the other
reason
side. The
why
grass
I-
is greener where you water it.
should love be based on what you can provide to the relationship financially?
Every relationship is transactional, brother.
Yeah.
Every relationship. You're all right.
But for you to marry a girl, what would be the sole purpose of you marrying her? Is it just is love enough?
Love is never enough.
Like
but
this is
it's-
another question. Should love be the primary reason for getting married?
No.
Like it goes into a lot, bro.
Love fades.
Huh?
Actions never fade. Love fades.
Yeah. The consistency.
Consistency, brother. What do you reckon?
What was the original
Why
question?
do people cheat?
Why do people cheat?
Yeah.
The reason why I said social media was because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then wouldn't it all go back into what I was saying? Lack of emotional fulfillment?
Yeah. We're all saying the same thing in different ways.
But
though.
everyone's,
Straight out.
but everyone's interpretation of that is different based on what
True.
they've gone through in life.
Very true.
100%.
Very true.
So whatever
If-
you've gone through shapes the way you see it.
Goes back into, and whether people
That's
like
your,
to believe it
that's
or
your,
not, bro.
that's your
you're-
perception, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. The thing is,
So,
bro,
so wait, so Sim, so what you've gone through since you were a kid, yeah?
Yeah,
It shapes your perception of life, right?
right, 100%.
So then your lack of the emotional fulfillment, the meter would be different for everyone. Right?
Yeah,
Correct.
So the type of fulfillment. So see, with
Fuck, it's a deep thing, eh?
you know, whenever I dealt with a girl, I've always tested the way that they love, whether they love like you know the love languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What form is the strongest, and then go that way with them to manipulate them. Back when I was doing what I was doing. So every girl is different.
2 weeks ago was back, huh?
yesterday, I think.
The
These
GC,
the boys that
yeah.
have to get me tonight. Huh?
I don't know why, but every episode we pick someone we're gonna pick on.
Yeah,
They just
hard,
copy
hard.
that.
Nigga gonna get cut.
Next week it's
like,
Bro, so you go back to the household, yeah, whether a girl was like neglected, if they were like physically fucking traumatized, molested.
sexual assault, yeah.
So whatever type of like being that they have when they're young, they're gonna carry that when they're older. So to answer his question, like it's like emotional fulfillment, but it stems back to what they've been through.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100.
So some of them they can interpret cheating as like the way me and my brother like that like or the DM or whatever entertained.
I guess it just depends. It just depends, eh? On what she's been through and the way she sees life. Like just her
Everything.
morals,
Yeah.
where
Look,
she's morally.
it's just honestly, it's all about.
Because some
if you
people,
need
because
to-
what's okay with some other people won't allow it.
Yeah.
Bro, some people have open relationships. You can go
Bro, what
fuck
the
other
fuck
people.
is that? I heard, you know, Jeff Fennick?
No.
That boxer, the fucking.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Bro,
Oh,
he's-
she's gonna go off when she hears this.
He has swingers, like he goes to swingers with his
He's
wife.
known for that, eh?
Yeah, he's known. He
That
goes to
is
swingers with his
feral.
wife.
That is feral.
So I know a few people that's gone and partied with him at their houses.
But-
Shout out to Jeff Fennick. and
Nothing-
and they're like shopping each other's wives. They're like,
Bro,
yeah,
imagine that,
if you
man.
want to fuck his wife, go over to Jeff and introduce yourself. That's like, what
I'd
the fuck?
shoot me, the guy, and my wife.
That's putrid, bro.
But look, nothing is technically wrong. Like, if you want to live your life a certain way, do whatever the fuck you want. For all we know, they could be happier because of that,
Nah,
right?
bro, that's like
But-
perversion at its finest. Like.
Yeah, I get
That's
that.
drugs and alcohol. Like.
I know, I get that. But at the same time, in moderation, drugs and alcohol are fine.
Yeah.
True. Like, if you have a bag once a year and it doesn't affect you negatively at all and you just have a good night, Is that bad?
It's all bad at the end of the day, but
All right.
I know-
But
but
you
I
get
know
what
what
I'm
you mean,
saying,
yeah,
right? Like, we can't tell people how to live their lives based on our thought processes.
yeah.
100%.
So if you have a swing every now and then, all right?
like a ciggy. You have a swing
You
in
sound
every
like
now and
this
then.
isn't your, you sound like
Every
this
now
isn't
and
your
then.
first rodeo, mate.
No, it's not. It's definitely no. Wait. Yeah, it is. Fuck. No.
Hey, Mo's a swinger.
I've never ever done that. No, fuck that. I'd rather kill
Hey,
myself.
watch all these DMs.
You can have a go. Fuck you.
Mo, we got a party here.
No. I've never done that
Why
shit.
did you slap?
With me, if I'm with the girl, I'm with that girl and only that girl. That's it. End of story. I've never cheated. I never will.
Yeah.
But back to my point.
So what we're trying to say, it depends on the way she was raised
Exactly.
and her moral
Exactly.
compass. Yeah,
100%.
I feel like everything depends. Everything depends on that. Anything in life.
Everything in life, bro.
Actually, I seen
I was
this
just
guy.
about to say that.
He's an old Asian bloke, some psychologist on TikTok. He was saying even people that grow up in the same house with the same parents, they don't have the same parents. They didn't have the same upbringing. They were right next to each other and they still had a different
still had
upbringing,
different
different parents. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Because it's
That's true.
physically impossible for a parent to give both kids the same version of themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
And that blew my fucking
Exactly
mind.
what we
Different
said.
points in their life.
Exactly what we said in the, I think it was the first episode. Second.
Yeah, but
Kids
yeah.
interpret love different.
Exactly.
Differently, yeah.
And so he was discussing because someone asked him, like, how does trauma affect children of the same household?
Yeah.
He goes, very differently
Very
because
different.
they don't have the
Different.
same parent, they don't have the same household. And that blew my mind because it made everything about my life growing up make sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Because I copped it very different to my brother and sister. So it opened things up. And yeah, so your experience through life is everything when it comes to
Yeah,
what we're discussing.
100%, bro. Like it, pretty much, it's the lenses that you see life through. Like.
Yeah, the goggles.
Yeah.
The
Those,
invisible cell, bro.
those trauma goggles, lad.
Trauma goggles.
Yeah, fuck.
But people, you know,
Bastard guy.
Bastard guy.
you know what's funny, but people don't really realize how much trauma plays a part. But you know, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
But if you really sit there and think about it,
It affects
But I
every
see like,
decision you make.
a few comments on TikTok about a few hard cuts. Like talking about the trauma and that.
When I walk in a room, everybody's scared.
No. I'm talking about
fuck up, you muppet.
cunts in the comments like they're. I don't know where they're at in life or where they're like they're just what they
yeah,
say.
they're too tough for themselves.
They're
brother.
like, yeah, just fucking harden the fuck up. Stop crying like a bitch. It's like not everyone is.
Bulletproof like you, brother.
Yeah,
It's funny because
you live a boring life, brother.
do you want to know? No, do you want to know what's actually funny? Do
Boring and tiring, bro.
Yeah,
you want to
hard.
know what's actually funny about that though? Those are the most hurt and broken ones. Like.
Yeah, I used to say that. I
They
grew
are.
up saying it.
Yeah, they are the most hurt and
But
broken
brother,
ones.
you know, Timmy, he was always in touch with that side. With that, he was.
Yeah.
So I'd say he was probably the smartest out of all because he got towards that.
Yeah.
And like he's a slank, bro. He keeps all to himself. All that knowledge to himself.
Maybe you just didn't
Bro,
listen.
all that shit to
Bro,
himself.
he used
bro.
to put me on the fucking weak. He goes, bro, stop being a fucking weak cunt.
Bro, he's there
I'm like,
talking
bro,
about-
fucking leave me alone,
He's
cunt.
there talking about character. All the other one, shut the
I'm
fuck
pretty
up,
sure.
bro.
Look, I love you, and I know both of you pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he tried, and you didn't listen.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up about this shit. These niggas talking about this, that. Because that's a fucked up life, lad. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, like if you don't hear me complaining about it, but that was when I was ready to accept it. For years, brother, 20
The
fucking
most
years,
hurt ones, lad. They're the most hurt
20
ones.
fucking years, I
Hard.
just denied it, lad. Nah, bro. Any form of like feeling, any form of emotion. The only emotion I like to feel was anger.
It
And I
made you
used-
feel big and strong.
I used to hide behind it all the time.
So who's really a man, right?
Yeah.
The one that is okay with feeling sadness, feeling hurt, feeling these things,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
okay with it, smart enough to process it and move forward in life successfully, or the bum that only he feels anger and
other
he
one's the man.
leaves hate comments in the fucking
Yeah,
comment section
the
like a
other one's
pussy.
the man, lad.
Exactly. But I bet you in
But,
person he wouldn't do that.
but it works two ways as well. They're the guys that choose to look at it in a negative light, like everything they went through.
Yeah, I know that, but like,
And like, bro, I had a hard fuck you. Like, what he's complaining about, I had that thing as well. But you get to a certain point in life, lad, where you turn around and you've hurt everyone, lad, and you wonder
Correct.
why. Yeah, because you want to be a
Correct.
hard cunt. Yes,
yes, exactly. If you
Harden
don't,
up, brother.
if you don't want to lose everything,
you're
pay
lonely. You work
attention.
like probably 7 days a week, lad.
Yeah.
you
got
don't
nothing to
even
show
have
for
time
it.
to bat, lad. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I really believe that people that are really traumatized like that and don't want to deal with it, they go through life, they end up single, hurt, or just fucking junkies or alcoholics, lad.
And they're never the problem.
It's
Yeah.
the river analogy.
They're never the problem.
Never, lad.
It's the river analogy. If you don't keep up with the flow, you're gonna drown. Lad.
Yeah, 100%.
If you try to stop, right, you get hit by a log. That log is gonna drown you. But if you're flowing with it, it's a bump, and you get over it and you move on, and you just keep flowing.
You ever been with a girl that's cheated on you before?
Yeah, but
But-
it's up for
Timmy?
debate.
No.
Because it leads into this question: can a relationship survive infidelity?
No.
And regain trust?
No.
Last tip.
Oh, shit.
Wait.
Nah.
Wait.
But
Male infidelity can be recovered. Female infidelity cannot.
But look, to say that is a bit fucking.
it's a double standard.
It is a massive
double-
double
it's a
standard,
fucking-
but life is
Mo,
full of fucking
Mo,
double standards.
I agree
brother.
with you, lad.
But are we talking understanding of men will be men or
No. When I've said this before as well. When
No,
men,
because like when you're pairing the two up, like with us, we can have sex emotionally. That's
my whole point.
Like without emotions.
my whole point.
Are we talking from that
Yeah.
point
If
of
he
view?
cheats
or-
with love,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna be here and say this, and that. I don't know.
So if she
Probably
cheats
not.
on you, you can never forgive.
Never,
her.
ever. She's in the bin.
Yeah.
I don't care if she raised my children for 30 years.
Yeah.
She's in the bin.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother
What
me.
about you, lad? Can the trust be regained?
I'd still love her, but the trust part, I don't even know myself, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking deep, lad.
I'll be cold,
Because-
but she's in the bin. Lad.
No, because you know why? Because you know we've like men will be men, and this isn't the fucking hard the double standard. But I feel like with women, bro, when they go that way, it's different, bro.
It's different.
Yeah, 100.
Because they have to go there in their mind and emotionally, they have to go there before they do anything physical with a guy. Like when you're
100%.
talking to a girl initially, then you get to that stage, she's already done it in her mind fucking 1,000 times
Yeah,
before
yeah.
she actually pursues
Exactly.
that. You know what I mean?
Like
Exactly.
for us, sex
It's
is,
deeper.
For us, sex is like having a bat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
It's like watching a porn bat blow.
Literally,
finish.
it's nothing at all.
Women, they got a.
As bad as
There's a
it is.
process to
It's,
them.
it's, yeah, there's a process to it. That's why God's given them the responsibility of
Exactly.
fucking
And, bro,
conceive. Like.
and that's why we hold them in such high regard when it comes to that. But we think it looks like we're slamming, like we're
Yeah,
sort of like
yeah,
slamming
yeah,
them for it.
hard.
But we're upholding them because
They're-
they're
bro.
higher than we
Women-
hold them higher than what we hold
Women are on
ourselves.
like when you think about it, women are on a higher pedestal than us. They're the life givers, lad. You
Big
can't.
time. Bro,
That's why when they do it, they diminish themselves, but they don't understand that.
Exactly.
They think,
And
oh,
you-
if he can fucking do that, then I can do
And
that.
you
know
explain
what
it to them, and they just give you the whole sexist point of view.
Look, there is double standards everywhere. And I'm not saying that it's right that we can cheat and they can't. I've never cheated before. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm
Yeah.
saying that it's more acceptable. Still bad, but more acceptable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's double standards everywhere. They don't get upset at the double standards they benefit
Yeah.
from. They only get upset at the double standards they don't benefit from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't mind sitting at home all day while he goes out and works. They don't mind that when there's times of war, they get moved to safety and we have to go punch on. They don't get mad that if there's 5 blokes and they grab her ass, I have to punch on with 5 blokes now and
Yeah.
die. They don't get mad when it
no,
benefits them.
It's equality depending on the situation.
No, it's equality depending on what makes sense in her fucked up brain that day. That I
me,
don't fuck with.
Bro, the answer for infidelity, bro, I can't handle it. I can't cop it.
I can't copy either.
Yeah.
I can't cop it. What about you?
Fuck, nah. I would take it. Yeah.
She's in the bin, lad, straight up.
Yeah, I've been cheated on a few times. Bro.
I've only
It's
ever been
very-
cheated on
it's-
once, and it was like,
Oh yeah, no, once,
Yeah.
yeah, once or twice. Yeah.
yeah, bro, it's
But it's a shit feeling.
rubbish.
It doesn't matter what age, lad.
Tears
It's a
you
shit
the
feeling.
fuck up, lad.
It's
I
a
was
shit feeling.
fucking 15, and I wanted to
Yeah,
fuck
I still remember.
God, bro, that when I tell you,
Yeah.
oh boys, lad, I was so ready to just kill. I
Yeah,
wanted to
you
burn the
ready
world
to
down.
lay your life down.
I
eh?
wanted to burn the whole. I wanted to watch everyone's world burn. I
Yeah.
wanted to burn the whole planet down. That's
Oh,
how
no,
angry I was.
It actually happened to me twice. One time when I was 15 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this chick, I was with her.
Yeah.
Long story short, the story I got then, because we re-linked up recently, and I spoke to her about it. Like we didn't do anything like that. It was on some friend shit,
The
right?
same way I met. Same one I met.
Did you meet her? Yeah, you met her. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah. Anyway, it was on some friend shit. We didn't do nothing. It wasn't
Fuck
like
you,
that.
bitch.
No, she's alright. She's
Yeah.
alright. And I asked her what actually happened, and she told me what actually happened. All it was a kiss, lad. That's it. And there's people to back that as
The
well.
Same thing, brother.
There's people to back that as well. It's still cheating. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that. But the story I got told was she got railed by 10 blokes.
No, shit.
That's what I got told. So
Women,
at the time, I
women
was like,
would never
what?
admit it, cuz.
No. There's,
Yeah.
the right people
So
have
you
backed
had,
her
you
story.
have
100%,
you
man.
had cameras there.
100%.
No. There's people to back her story. Like
I don't
100%.
trust these bitches,
I don't give
bro.
a fuck regardless. It doesn't
Yeah.
affect me now. Point is, what I thought at the time was... Anyway, so at the time, I got told that she got railed by a few blokes.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm sitting there like, bro, are you fucking serious? I literally wanted to see the whole world burn. So no, I could not recover.
Hey, Mo, if a woman
Yeah.
can fuck a guy and get away with it, she's going to fuck her.
Yeah.
She's gonna fuck. You know, with guys, with girls, if they can get away with it, they're more inclined to do it.
You reckon?
Do you believe that?
I disagree, to be honest. I think because they're so emotional, they really feel bad about that shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if we're talking
In 2024?
no. All
Cousin.
right, hold on. Like, all right, these women are a bit fucked. But
There's some scandalous
before,
pictures out here, bro.
my brain's stuck in the fucking 70s. I wasn't even born.
Bro, the way women cheat is so much
maybe.
better than the
They're
way
cunning, bro.
than the way men cheat.
bro, maybe.
Bro, we think we've had dicks. Remember, we're fucking our brains down here half of the time when we'll do whatever, and just as soon as we fucking the soul leaves the body, then we'll deal with the repercussions after.
Nah, I'm not
with
like
women.
If
Bro,
women,
they will fucking calculate that shit, bro.
if women know a guy wants to fuck him, they'll keep him there as a friend.
Look, to be honest with you, I don't think
So the
I'm
door's
like
always
that.
open, like.
yeah.
If I was to cheat, I would guarantee you no one would ever find out.
Yeah, 100%.
I would have
Yeah.
that
You will,
many.
you will never know.
You will never, ever,
They're gonna know.
ever catch me.
They're gonna know.
They're gonna know.
Like the level of planning that I would put into it to make sure I don't get caught, because I always cover my ass, lad. I'll
Yeah.
never ever get caught lacking ever.
I'm too smooth with it, like.
Yes.
Like,
Can't.
but being cheated on in general, this is why I used to fucking mind fuck these
Yeah.
bitches back in the day because I couldn't cop that.
Yeah,
You know how you used to casually talking about it?
Yeah.
Fuck, like back in the day, lad, I'll probably I'll do some fucking harm or self harm.
bro,
I
I'm
swear to
telling you
God,
now,
bro.
I agree.
Bro, because when you're in that, bro, like fuck, coming from the neglected fucking mind state I had, bro, if I was the cop fucking cheating back then, bro, I'd fucking
It really broke me, Mote, because
Ah.
it
Even if the
highlights.
girl was showing like that have interest in you, show interest, and then they'd pull away.
Yeah.
They'd
Oh,
kill
bro.
you.
yeah,
Because it highlights
Hard.
every insecurity within you.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what
Shows
was I
you
not
who you are,
providing
yeah.
that
Yeah.
shit? You know what I mean? So that
And a
really
lack
fucking
of-
it fucking broke me at the time.
Yeah,
man.
bro, it
I
makes
was
you- yeah, it makes you
not
question.
normal for a few years, lad. That's. Do you want to know what's funny?
No, it's not come from. It's come from that unstable household and that.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
father, and it's like, oh, I'm
100%.
never gonna be good enough.
Yeah, but do you want to know what's funny about this? She is the reason that I was a whore for so long.
No way.
Yeah.
You still are a whore.
Yeah, well, yeah, not really anymore. Not as bad.
Still
But I
gang
was
along.
really
He's
bad
a
before.
smooth whore. This guy.
And now I'm just low key whore. Before I was a high key whore. But because listen to this,
now
women,
he's only fans. So.
women hate. Whoa, where did this come from, cuz? We're not starting it till next month, cuz. Women hate these players and misogynists, but they're the very people that created them.
yeah.
The
I
male
agree.
misogynists did not start first. The man-eating women started first, 100%.
The
Because back
man-eating
then,
woman.
the man-eaters started before the misogynist.
all
Clip
this-
that if you want TikTok. Go fuck yourself.
And all the fucking standards. That
Yes.
goes into this question. Who do you reckon sets the standard for all the expectations of women today?
The devil.
The devil?
Yeah.
Or mainstream media? Like?
The
Mainstream
mainstream media
media.
is controlled by who?
Bro, because all these standards, bro, the standards get better. Like,
Worse.
the standards get higher when this. Oh, fuck. I
It's
don't know,
bad.
bro. It's one of those questions. Like, it's everything, bro.
Look, this is a deep rabbit hole. The very deep rabbit hole.
Massive, bro.
We'll get into it. But you got to realize that the devil owns the media.
Yeah.
This is what my whole point is. I took it right to the top of the future
Yeah.
podcast. But
Like they're trying to reverse the roles of creation, like that's what they're doing.
exactly.
Masculating the women and
Yeah.
feminizing the men.
Let's get into
Mainstream
it.
media,
That's
bro.
what
It started back in the fucking 80s, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
yeah, that's what I mean. All they got to do, they're trying to reverse the roles of creation. That's what they're doing. There.
Exactly.
All the aging and shit.
So why is it that it's okay now for women to be men and men to be women?
Why is it okay now? It's not okay. It's never been okay.
It's been made normal. It's normalized by media.
Yeah.
This leads back to what I was saying just before, right? The man-eater came first. It's never, ever, ever... Okay, if you take even the most high-achieving male in the world, right? Grab him, give him attention. Not attention, what's the word that I used before? It was respect. Give him
Gratitude.
respect and gratitude. And he will be satisfied, right? But women, there's always a point at which they want something more, right? Now, the reason for this is probably because back then women actually didn't have rights. Do you know what I mean? You know, when they couldn't buy land,
Yeah.
they couldn't buy a house, they couldn't vote, things like
Stay
that.
home and
That's
shit.
obviously bad. We agree with that. And that feminism I can subscribe to. Yeah, they should have those
100%
with a
things.
bitch like
To
that.
some
Yeah.
extent, but not all the way,
But
bro.
the current feminism model is completely backwards. They're actually removing their rights with current feminism. They don't want to be secure and safe during war. They want to go fight. And 90% of women don't agree with feminism these days.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's always just the delusional one that
Hey,
doesn't
Sid.
realize the consequences.
Do you agree that with women, like ultimately in a proper relationship between a man and a woman, obviously the man will lead, but he'll always lean on the advice of his wife.
Yeah.
So realistically, they can have the control that they want if they submit to headship to a man.
Yeah,
How many times have you been like, when you turn to your missus, like, oh, what do you reckon about this? What do you reckon about that?
Boy.
100%. 100%.
So when you think of it, like in hindsight, bro, if women like really, really submit to a man,
they
bro,
were smart.
if they were smart,
they do it.
That's the way
They
you
could control the world.
you
and that's the
control
way
it.
that's the way you control.
Bro, the
like,
way
The,
they control
the
them,
man is the head, lad, but the
bro,
woman's
the
the
way
neck.
you know the real way to control a man is to submit to him.
100%. Bro, the man is the head of the house, lad, but the woman's the neck. She can turn him
100%.
any way she wants.
Yeah, but they'll take that word of submission, lad.
Take it and
in
shove
this
it up
day
their
and age,
fucking
yeah.
asses, lad. I don't give a
A
fuck.
whole
in
other
this day
way.
and age, bro,
I'm capable of
that's-
thinking for myself.
I've
that's
already,
vinegar.
I've already accepted it, lad. I'm
That's
gonna be the
alright.
rich
That's
uncle that just
alright.
buys all the kids shit, but he's single.
That's
That's
why-
me, lad.
They all like talk about all these. No, we want equal rights, and that's why it takes you 2-3 hours of dick to get a to make it come, lad.
Mate, if men had
You
kids,
you listen to yourself. You got to deal with that going all night. It's like a barber shop in your room.
if men were the ones that carried babies, lad, it would only take us 2 weeks, lad. We're just better at everything.
Yeah, hard.
I watched this thing, man.
Deliver the baby in 2 weeks, lad.
I watched this, the housewife shows and say, I forgot what episode it was, but it was just on my fucking Insta. And I had a girl,
With their standards again,
yeah. She got her divorce. She got it over
these
the line.
high standards.
Yeah, she got it over the line. And then she found out last minute that the guy that she had the divorce with didn't have to pay child support.
Yeah, I saw her and she was
But
crying,
she's
lad.
talking shit, bro. She's like, yeah, fuck, I got this divorce.
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
this
yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
Fuck him.
I've
fuck
seen
that.
that.
That's crazy.
Backstage,
bro.
yeah?
Yeah, and then after they called her backstage, and then
Yeah.
she was like, "What do you
She's
mean?
crying,
What do
lad.
you mean?"
Oh, you're talking about Erica Mena?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, I've been watching that. I watched that whole show leading up to that.
No way.
Seasons, like fucking 10 seasons. Like.
No way.
Yeah, I've watched all of it, so I knew
It's
the.
entertaining, eh?
Bruh,
Bro,
she
the
was
way
fu-
she was going off, I'm
Lad,
like,
you know the way she
fuck.
treated. She drove him fucking mad.
No way.
She was the slut of the show. She fucked everyone. She got sent from Love and Hip Hop New York.
Yeah.
She had to leave there because she started too much drama. She fucked everyone on that show. So then she went over to, I think it was Atlanta. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and Safari was there. That's Nicki Minaj's ex. Was the boyfriend she's talking about. And she tried to dick him, but I think he had some prenup signed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she
Either a
found out
prenup
that
or a
it-
trust.
Yeah, and it backfired.
And then he didn't have to pay child support or some shit.
Yeah, lad.
And she was gutted, lad. She's sitting there, she's crying. She goes, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And I'm
now
like,
I have to
"Bro."
raise these kids on my
Yeah.
own. But he's a proper man. He'll do his part.
Yeah,
She's a fucking.
but she fucked it.
It's like their standards get higher when their circumstances get worse.
Ooh.
Bars, nigga.
Bars, nigga.
That's a
They're
bar.
all like that, lad.
Yeah.
100%.
But I watch a lot of that Love and Hip Hop shit, and you see the dynamic of their relationships are fucked, bro. Everyone's fucking everyone. Everyone's like,
So bad.
it's fucking crazy, lad. It's crazy.
You guys gotta get on this couch and fucking couch game right now. I'm chilling. I'm holding my mic today because I don't want the fucking thing in my face. I got a motherfucking blanket. I'm chilling, baby. You just need a couch. We need to get you on a couch, lad. I think we should replace everything with couches. This is fucking proper.
Hey, I got a question. Yeah,
Tell me.
for love to be successful, just love.
Yeah.
In a relationship. Out of the two, for it to be successful, like obviously there's other fucking underlying issues and factors and whatever. But out of these two, what would be considered successful for you guys? Depth or longevity?
You mean depth in a relationship?
Yeah, how deep the love is between you,
Depth, 100.
or longevity?
Say the question again, but what's the factor that we're determining?
Longevity depends. With depth, you get longevity, lad.
Yeah. For love to be successful in a relationship, if you had to choose out of the
If
two,
you had to choose, gotcha.
would you go for depth or longevity?
I'm an energy person, lad. I always go for depth. Because depth embodies everything that comes with love, lad. I reckon.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards agreeing with you
Yeah.
because there's no way to guarantee the longevity without the depth.
Longevity.
Surface level relationships.
I feel like longevity is for a gold digger, lad.
Yeah. Surface level relationships do not last. And if they do, there's always something keeping them there.
But
Kids,
you know how
money.
sometimes, Mo, playing devil's advocate, some same reviews. But you know how you go through shit with people, and it makes you like love that person even more.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That would be depth, isn't it?
But that comes down to like longevity.
Yeah, because you've been together for ages. He's
You
talking
reckon?
about.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm depth.
Oh.
I'm depth as well.
You're
But-
not
yeah.
saying longevity guaranteed in future. You're saying past longevity.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So he's not saying like longevity guaranteed in the future. He's saying because you've been through so much together over so much time.
Yeah.
Longevity backwards.
Yeah.
What you've been through together, how long you've been
So
together.
how long you've been together and what
But
you've been through?
it's one of those questions can be played either way because if you go for longevity, it will eventually lead into depth.
Depth, yeah.
No,
So
not
it's-
really.
Depth, longevity. it can't-
Longevity, back longevity
Yeah.
means nothing if the depth is no longer there, lad. You've been through all this shit together, but
Yeah.
now your relationship consists of hi bye in the morning and kiss goodnight.
Yeah.
There's not depth. Do you understand? But
Yeah.
you're just staying together because you've been through so much together.
Yeah.
That's not the same. So I get the question.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
No, but
I'm
That's
depth.
killer.
I'm depth. Look,
Yeah, I'm
listen,
depth as well. Yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah.
depth.
no. But
That's
I've,
killer,
I've,
lad.
had a few relationships like that. You know, you've
I
been
say
through,
like
you've been through so much with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if the
platonic,
depth isn't there anymore?
Like say when
How they love
Like-
it really.
For us, maybe. But what if the depth is not there anymore? Even though you've been through 30 years, all right,
Yeah.
of crazy ups and downs, peaks and valleys, right?
Yeah.
But now your current relationship for the past 3 years
Yeah.
has been nothing but hi bye in the morning. The food's not made, the table's fucking mess, the couch is a mess.
But how would it get to that? Bro?
It gets to that, lad. Without maintenance, lad.
Yeah.
It's like a car relationship. You have to maintain it every
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
time, all the time, on time,
Yeah.
to make sure it runs well. You have to maintain it. Lack of maintenance can lead to lack of depth, lad. So what he's saying is, what was the option? You have to pick one or the other.
yeah,
I'd pick depth all day,
depth
every
or
day.
longevity. But
Because
there is a place for longevity, bro. That's what
it
I'm
has
trying to
be.
say as well.
Yeah, there has to be.
Yeah.
But like, if you meet
'Cause
a
I was
girl,
instantly I was there. I was depth. I go,
Yeah.
bro, you need the depth because that's gonna carry the longevity.
correct. But
But how many times have you been with a girl and you're like, bro, you're about to break up with her and you think about everything you've been through? You're like, nah, I can't.
yeah,
You gotta
literally.
keep it going, bro.
So
Good, bad, or ugly.
or ugly, yeah.
You got to keep it going.
Yeah.
The funny part about that is, you know that feeling of when you
Because
meet
then you
someone.
have to start all over again. Remember?
Yeah. Fuck that.
Fuck, it doesn't matter. But you know that feeling of meeting someone and you've only known them like a few months, but you just know that it's like that connection's there.
Yeah.
That's depth.
That goes into this, right? Is love at first sight, or is love at first sight a romantic concept or a misleading myth?
It's a cracker question.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the hot seat. Yeah. That is a cracker question, actually. I've never experienced. The closest thing I had to love at first sight was my ex.
Yeah.
All right. But it wasn't love at first sight. It's love at first feel.
Yeah.
It's the energy. It's not the looks, lad.
Yeah.
That's what I learned with that situation. It wasn't the looks, it was the energy. Like, I'm not saying she's
So,
ugly,
so
but
is that a romantic concept or a myth?
it's a romantic concept.
What do you reckon?
Yeah. Romantic concept.
Yeah.
But I've never gone for it.
I have been through it with my ex.
Yeah.
It was the first time.
I reckon it's possible.
Yeah. I thought it was a myth until
Possible
her.
when you're thinking with your dick. Yeah.
I just told you it was
I
a
love
looks
every
thing.
bitch.
I just thought. I got a lot of love to give.
I got You ain't got to do that, Jimmy.
No, because it wasn't about her looks, lad. That's what I'm saying to you. It was the love at first feel. It was the energy thing. She came up to me and introduced herself to me, lad.
Yeah.
She knew me before I knew her.
Yeah.
And she shook my hand with confidence, bro. And it struck me. It just rubbed me up the right way. It was like an energy exchange.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it out of my head.
But what was it that you loved about her?
It's not that I loved something specific about her.
Yeah.
It's
The
that I loved
combination.
the feeling I felt,
Yeah.
that energy exchange
Yeah.
at our first meeting. Does that make sense?
Because I feel like with men, lad, if we were to care about what we really wanted or to go for it, it'd be too dangerous, lad. You
Yeah, say some
ever,
such
you
shit
ever
now, eh?
you ever go through those women that you meet that are just bad for you? You know you shouldn't go there,
Yeah.
but they
I feel like they're the ones that you connect with instantly like that.
Yeah.
yeah
They're the toxic ones.
Yeah, no, they're the ones. I think that's toxicity, lad. That's just you
Nah, okay, yeah.
you know what I mean, like you
I
can't
get what you
control it.
mean.
Everyone can see it, but
Hey,
you,
yeah,
lad.
yeah, yeah.
You're
Hey,
like
so-
nah.
You
She's
know,
a good girl,
you
lad.
know what? You know what? That's why I've never gone off first go.
You know the street bitches, lad.
Because I know
bro.
exactly where they will
Love me a
take
good
it,
hood
bro.
rat, huh?
Yeah, lad, you know,
I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem.
you know what? Oh, lad, I've been wrapped up by a few.
Wait, but what is it about hood rats that you just want one, but you don't want to keep one, you just want one now?
lad, and you know she's bad. You know she's
Little
not,
rocket.
Yeah,
Like,
just
you
a
know,
little fucking
you know she's
feral
not
one.
good for you, lad. But these little Serbians have got legs like a fucking.
Hey, the more feral, the better as well.
You know, Serbs, lad, you gotta stay away from them, bro. They're dangerous.
I don't
guys.
think I've ever had a Serb.
Fuck, lad.
Any European.
Oh, lad, Europeans will just fuck with you, lad. They'll fuck you.
I don't know what it is about
Yeah.
just a hood rat that just.
But then, again, I guess it depends on what time in your life. You know,
You can make a whole housewife.
it's just
It's
bro.
a short-term fling thing.
Them European girls, bro. They're
Leading
dangerous.
issues, brother.
We gotta go to Colombia, lad.
Yeah,
I
100%.
just want to see the landscape and scenery and stuff. You know.
Got another question: is unconditional love possible, or are the conditions always present?
For a man, always unconditional.
What do you mean?
No,
Elaborate.
for women, conditional, isn't it?
No. Unconditional for women, conditional for men.
That we can love. Or
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I was talking about receiving love, so we're saying the same thing.
So is unconditional love possible, or are conditions always present?
Conditions are present for the men.
No,
not for the women.
both ways, both ways.
Yeah, but I'm saying conditions are there for
Yeah.
the man, but not for the women. Women, children, and animals
Yeah.
can be loved unconditionally.
Yeah.
Men cannot. Men are only loved under the condition they provide something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We
discussed
answered
this.
this already. Yeah.
Yeah, we discussed it, but it opens the door for some interesting conversation, right?
Yeah.
I have a question now.
Yeah.
Why do you think
Yeah.
that women want to make themselves lower, to bring themselves down? They think they're bringing themselves up by doing all the shit they've been doing, right?
Yeah.
What do you think has gotten into their heads? And I know that it's social media and I know that it's the mainstream media, all the rest of it, but what specifically? What message has been ingrained in their heads? Do you know what I'm trying to ask?
Like the straight to the point answer.
Yeah.
It's demonic and devilish, like.
Right.
It goes straight back to them trying to reverse the roles of creation. You do that, it's like abomination to God. It's all. I reckon it's a religious reason, like the agendas.
What do you reckon, Mate?
what's the question again, lad?
So it was. I asked it a bit silly.
Because look when God created us, right?
Yeah.
Man, he created man.
As in the way they look after themselves? Like
No.
makeup
So you know the whole equal rights, and they want to be able to be a bad bitch and dress nude and
Oh, yeah.
OnlyFans
Yeah,
and all that.
interesting.
Yeah. So like he created man, right? And then he took from Adam's rib, made Eve, right?
Yeah.
So that was one of the first. That was one of the like the. That was probably the first thing he done, like in regards to man and woman, right?
Yeah.
And for them to submit to us, so in order for them to like I'm talking myself into a circle.
No,
You know what I mean? They're trying to reverse the roles of creation. You do
Yeah.
that, you're disobeying God directly. That's one of the first things he's done.
The
Like,
dynamic of the household is ruined, bro.
in regards to women and men, like he made us, he made like I don't know the reason why he made Eve because he was made Eve because Adam was alone, right? He
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to be alone,
Yeah.
so he wanted
Yeah.
to make her to help him tend to the garden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then for them to reverse the roles of creation, that's like you take going back all the way to the beginning and switching everything.
That birthright shit.
How? Okay. So, but they've attacked the men first.
Yeah.
Because to get to the women, you have to get through the men.
Yeah, 100. That's what they.
That's why they attacked the men.
That's why they feminized the men and masculated the women.
Yes, but that's why the toxic masculinity thing was around as well.
Yeah.
Because if the men weren't allowed to be men, then they could penetrate to the women and the children.
Yeah, 100%.
Does that make
I
sense?
thought it was the other way around.
No,
Nah, they attacked the men first, lad.
Yeah, no, there were studies of pedophiles and they always the way they find households to attack.
I've seen this.
Is it dad's, eh?
Yeah, if the dad's a weak or the
If the
dad's
dad
unpresent.
looks like he's a danger, we
Yeah.
avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, 100%. So that's the real reason why, bro. It's biblical, lad.
Yeah,
The
okay.
government know what they're doing. The agenda behind it, everything, lad.
That's fucked. lad.
You switch the roles of creation, everyone's confused now. Look at society.
Hard.
Feminism, fucking woke culture, all of this
Wokeism.
shit. But like now we got the transhuman, like not the transhuman, the tranny LGBT shit. They're trying to convince us to lie for them. I was watching this shit online with Candace Owens, and the girl was trying to tell her, what is it?
Transgender?
Like she was trying to make it, the transgender is the same as they undergoing the same persecution that the blacks went through, and she was going off.
Bro, are you serious?
It's like, bro,
No way.
Yeah.
Come
Multi-generational
on,
persecution. Yeah, multi-generational persecution. Yeah.
Bro, no,
that's
Candace
bad,
Owens was
bruh.
going off. She goes, "How can you say that?
Candace is
Like
the fucking best. I
we
love
didn't just
Candace,
wake up
lad.
and say we're black and got persecuted.
Yeah.
Got taken under
I
slavery.
love
and-
Candace Owens. She's the best, lad.
Yeah.
She's the
You know
best.
what mind boggles my mind fucks me, bro?
Tell me.
The fact that they have to tell you what they are.
Hard.
Like, yeah, did you know what I mean? Like, why
Hard.
do I have to believe? Like, yeah, if you're gonna go do what you're gonna go do it in the corner. But why do I have to fucking acknowledge what you are? You know what I mean?
Imagine
Like,
this.
why can't you just go and just be it in the corner? But why do you have
Have
to
you-
come and convince me to call you
Bruh.
that?
Have you ever gone up to someone and been like, I am a man and you have to treat me like
Yeah.
a man? No, it's given. You're walking around, you got a big fucking beard, you're massive.
It's like it's like
You're
it's
a man.
It's like it's a different sect of gay because you see gay people and they're like,
They hate them.
we don't follow the pride.
They
movement,
hate
this,
them
that,
because
yeah.
they make the gays look dumb.
Yeah.
So now
I
an
feel like-
ignorant motherfucker would bundle all of them together.
I feel like so many sex pests have banded under that whole
Yeah,
pride.
exactly. But it bundles everyone together, and then the regular gays. You know what I mean by the regular gays?
Yeah.
He's just a normal dude.
The traditional gays.
Yeah,
ones from
the
back
OG
in-
cars, the
yeah,
OG ones. There's just a normal dude, and just you wouldn't know the difference. But then when he goes home, he just goes home to a bloke, not a chick.
Yeah.
That sort of gay, they hate all of this whole movement because it makes their life look dumb and delusional. It diminishes from their life. The OG transgenders are actively trying to tell people not to do it because they're suffering long-term health effects now.
Yeah.
Right?
Bro, the mental shit.
And
bro,
they talk
fuck.
about it. You both need to watch, and you guys all need to watch. It's a documentary called "What Is a Woman" by Matt Walsh.
Yeah.
That fucking documentary
Yeah.
made me like,
I've seen parts of it, bro. It's fucking crazy.
bro. Oh, I watched it. It was the best. You have to watch it, lad. It's crazy. He goes in and he asks one simple question: "What is a woman?" And no one from
No one
that
can answer
community
it, eh?
could answer it, lad. And then he asked this normal bloke. He goes, "Man's got a dick, woman has a pussy." Like, what the fuck kind of
They
question
can't
is
answer
that?
it because they're all in character.
Yep, exactly. We're
Whoa.
getting shadow banned again.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon? What we shadow ban? Fuck
We
it,
already
man.
shadow banned. Yeah, fuck yourselves.
Call this name this shadow ban.
Yeah, we'll call it shadow banned.
Fuck that up.
Yes, you're a hard kind of show. Give me some. Give me some, mate.
What was the question again?
The question Mo had.
What was the question again, Mo?
Oh, fool, don't even remember that. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I lost. I lost it. We don't even need questions.
you
We just talk
answered it, yeah?
shit.
Huh?
You answered it, eh?
Oh.
But yeah, there's a
I want to talk about relationships, lad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about this relationship, bro. We need to know.
Fuck, now we're really going to get into it. I feel something.
So we're talking about what your last relationship, like.
We're continuing from episode 10,
Yeah.
where we ended it, right? I had a great relationship.
Yeah.
She was one of the great ones.
Yeah.
She's an amazing woman, down to earth, good traditional woman,
Yeah.
right? She cooks, cleans, looks after everything. She just wants to be a housewife. Like, she
Yeah.
wants to have kids. But she's driven. She has a business, multiple businesses. Great woman. Our relationship was thwarted, ruined
But what?
by exterior influence.
You meaning parents, religion?
Parents, religion.
Religion again, here we go.
Listen,
Bro, religion is one of the biggest mitigating
it is the
factors,
biggest.
bro.
I was talking to my missus about it and she goes, No, Mo was right. It's the this and that.
What
I'm like,
religion is your missus?
Muslim.
Okay. So repeat after me.
No, look, she's
Alhamdulillah.
she's from the
Alhamdulillah.
like Muslim background, lad. But you know me,
Listen.
I have a way of corrupting.
Yeah,
people.
good. No worries. All good. Just take our women. All good. Now listen, straight out.
I always get hit up by a lot of Muslim women.
I only get Christian. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, this relationship, cause it was from day one. I was battling. Day one. Actually, before day one, we weren't even dating yet. We were a week into talking.
So what was the issue? Like,
Mo, I knew as soon as you told me what it was,
Yeah.
it wasn't going to work.
Yeah, I know. I knew as well. I just didn't want to admit it, lad.
But you know
I
how
didn't
you're
want to
too-
let such a good woman go.
so
because of this
the
dumb
reason
shit.
for the relationship not working was because you're Muslim.
No, it wasn't. It was religion was one part of it.
Yeah.
And whenever someone asks, I don't like bad mouthing people,
Yeah.
regardless of how retarded they are. I
Yeah.
don't like bad mouthing them. But
I don't see why it's an issue that religion and
Okay, okay.
family.
because
Every
I don't
relationship I've been with, I never got along with the family. Fuck them. Who cares?
agreed. Now I
Follow
get
your
that.
heart, nigga. Go.
I know that now, but
Yeah.
the damage was done. So because I don't like bad mouthing them, when
Yeah.
people ask me why did it end, because
Yeah.
you know how everyone wants the story.
Yeah.
I just tell them, oh, bro, look, religiously we couldn't work it out. Because
Yeah.
I don't want to air her dirty laundry out and blah, blah, blah. The truth of the fucking matter is,
You're a stand-up bloke, Mo. Straight out.
Thank
Every
you, I
other cunt
appreciate
would
that.
fucking run in on
I can't do that.
go in
because
on
like,
us, I mean.
look, the people that are close to me know the situation because as I'm a human being, I
Yeah.
have to vent,
Yeah.
right? I can't keep it all bottled up. I have to talk about it. So the people close to me, they know the girl. You guys know the girl. But to everyone else, it's just, we went to the same religion. It didn't work out. It is what it is. No bad mouthing towards her. She's a great woman, bro. And whoever gets her is lucky to have her, lad, straight out. No one deserves her. Not even I deserved her.
Yeah.
I wasn't even good enough to deserve her, lad. I just miraculously got her.
Nah, you wouldn't say that.
But
she's lucky to have you, lad.
When the parents get involved, it does not end well.
Hey, was she only daughter?
Only
kid.
child left.
Oh, left.
Her brother passed. God rest his soul. Her brother passed away.
Yeah.
So
Explains why there was a bit more
I
relentless.
just don't see why. I don't know, bro. My standpoint's different, bro, because I'm like, fuck the family, fuck this, fuck the religion, we'll make it work and we'll navigate it.
I
don't see why that
used to care a lot.
I don't see why you would involve, like, fuck the parents.
I used to care a lot. Now, at the point after what I went through with them, if you don't respect me, you can go fuck yourself. That's what I think. Because it's not worth me losing sleep, stressing, my business failing because I'm applying so much energy into trying to fix a relationship that I don't even care about.
Sometimes you just got to be selfish, lad.
Exactly. I'm at the point now, lad, where it doesn't faze me.
I feel like every time you got to be
Even
selfish.
with her, lad, look at all the great relationships that, like, of our family members and that. Like, they would have had to go through a lot of shit, bro. Like,
Battles, wars.
see my mum and dad,
Yeah.
their families hated each other.
Yeah.
But they just kept going, lad.
Made it work.
Yeah, made it work.
And that's the
It was
whole-
hard on them, but they were willing to sacrifice because they loved each other.
Yeah. Bro,
Like,
1 or 2 weeks in.
Like, do you love... Like they say, you got to take everything that comes with it, but
Yeah.
with me, when it comes to love, I'm selfish, lad. It's just me and you against the world. Fuck everything else.
That's how I would like to be, but it's hard when it's a situation that it can't be like that. She cares about her family or she needs her family around her, whatever it is. But anyway.
But I know what type of love you had for her. You loved her that much. You cared for her in that sense of like her family and that.
What was best for her,
Yeah, what you want.
I
Yeah.
don't care how it affected me.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
I know. your
No, but in every
standpoint, I
relationship,
understand my brothers
in
as
every
well.
relationship, it's like that. But well, you love a girl to a certain point where you become less of yourself
That's exactly
because
right.
of all the shit you have to take.
To be with her.
Take to be with her.
So, like a week or 2 into just meeting her, we weren't dating. We weren't barely even talking. Okay. Her mother hits me up to meet me. All right. Do not tell her we met, type of situation. She messaged me saying, don't tell her that we're meeting up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So we meet up and she tried to palm it off as a joke, but she had she said she was going to offer me an envelope. She had an envelope, you know? Do you know what I mean?
Are you serious?
Yeah. We weren't even talking yet, lad. Like barely talking.
That's
And
some
already,
toxic mother-in-law shit,
Alright.
lad.
That's bad, bro.
then,
But you can sort of understand because you know the sibling passed away and shit.
there's no excuse for that, lad. That's just straight disrespect. The old me would have taken the money. Yeah, all good.
Oh, she's trying to pay off.
Yeah.
Dang.
The old
nigga.
me would have taken the money and went and dated her anyway.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. For what money? I don't know what you're talking about. There's no evidence that there was money. But because I cared about her that much, I politely declined and I didn't hold it against her. And I told her that we met as well. I was like, your mum asked me to go out and blah, 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 blah. And this is what happened. And 1, 2, 3, I told her everything. Fucking 6'9", lad. Full 6'9" situation. Anyway.
I would have been a petty cunt and took the money and went and bought her
That's what I
lingerie
used to.
shit.
Yeah. No.
That's
This,
gangster.
this is what I used to be like that, but I didn't. Now this time I cared about her, so I didn't do that.
Strip, bitch.
And after that, there was a series of hurdles, lad. Racial slurs, disrespect, left, right, and center, disrespecting my mum. That is where I drew the line.
Yeah.
At that point, like she disrespected me a
Yeah,
lot.
you can't
her mum.
cop that shit, bro.
She disrespected me a lot, but
At the end of the day, you're a man, bro.
as
Yeah, bro, you're
soon
a man
as
first.
but as soon as she disrespected my mother, that's where I drew the line, lad. I cut that shit so quick, and after that point, I was on attack mode ever since.
Yeah.
So, if I really wanted to, lad, I could fuck their whole life and turn it upside down and make them hate themselves and each other to the point where their whole life comes crashing down on them. Out of the love I had for my ex, I didn't do any of that. I let it go, lad.
Yeah.
That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my life. Because if someone wrongs me, I want to fucking ruin them.
Yeah, obviously.
For her, I never done that. This was the only time I ever sacrificed my morals for someone else, and it will never ever happen again. I don't care if I meet Miss Perfect, the woman for me, my soulmate, everything. If her parents want to have a crack, I will burn their family home down and not give a fuck about it.
100%. It should
Because-
always be like that, bro.
Exactly. Now I'm like that. I learned my lesson, lad. There was racial slurs. There was fucking proper psychological abuse. Every time I hung out with my missus, that used to be my escape.
Yeah.
So I'm working hard.
But the real
hard.
thing is that is because you're a Muslim, eh?
No, it
No?
was this. It was this.
What was it?
It was the parents thing.
Yeah.
So I'd
They,
be.
they didn't like you because you were Muslim?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean.
That's the one. That's the one.
So that's the main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little do they know, in
Mainstream
their
media's
fucking tiny brains, they can't comprehend.
Mainstream media's done a good job at conditioning everyone to hate Muslims. Like.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. But in their simple minds, they can't
Bro, look
comprehend
at-
that
look
no
at-
one will ever treat their daughter the way I treated her, lad.
Yeah.
Not one person. Lad. There will never be. I hope that someone comes along that does that for her sake.
Yeah.
But realistically, I would have shot, killed, died,
Yeah,
stabbed for
100,
her,
yeah.
lad. I would have turned the world upside down for her.
They'll never see it in that way because they're looking at it from the perspective of two parents. Like.
Yeah, but as a parent, you want what's best for your daughter.
Yeah. But they'll never see it like that because
Because
of you,
they're
because of
stupid.
who you are.
No, it doesn't matter because they're stupid.
Like you could move heaven and hell, heaven and earth for her.
Exactly.
Like, and they still,
As soon as
they would see it always in a negative light because they've already got that
Connotation.
perception of
as soon
Muslims.
as they
like.
seen the name, Mo was behind the 8 ball already.
No, get rid of him.
Mo was behind the 8 ball already.
Yeah, bro.
like,
Poor cunt.
So I've done a lot for her parents as well.
Yeah.
Right. There was a lot of situations where I went above and beyond.
yeah.
I saved thousands of dollars. I've called in favors. I've done this. I've done that. When I asked for one favor, I didn't even ask. Because I will never ask. But it was there, and they should have taken the bait. I got left in the mud. I had no
Yeah,
car
yeah.
for 12 months.
Yeah, it's a big.
Oh, 9 months. I had no car.
It's a fucking tricky one, lad. When it comes to parents and children, lad, they'll
Yeah.
do anything to, they'll do anything to keep them safe, even if it means sabotaging their happiness. Like.
Bro, 100%.
And do you want to know what
You
the
know
most
that as a parent, eh, what
exhausting
the-
part of it was? This is the most exhausting part. When you work 120-hour weeks, 100-hour weeks, whatever it is, and you only have a few hours a week to spend with your missus,
Yeah.
that should be the time where you rest, recuperate, and you have that love exchange and you feel better.
You're fighting at that time.
In that time,
Yeah.
I'm not fighting, I'm building her back up after they've destroyed her.
Yeah.
They weren't just going to war with me, they were going to war with her, lad.
Fuck, lucky you got out of that, bro. That
And
sounds like a
her
toxic
mum
fucking
was
situation.
psychologically breaking her every day, lad. Down to
On
the
purpose too, eh?
simplest decision that she made got questioned. Why are you using sugar instead of tea or instead of honey in your tea? Things like that she'd question. She'd question every decision that girl made, that poor girl.
Yeah, because she's seeing you through her.
Correct.
No,
That's fucking bad.
So-
and the mothers, she's got a control issue with their children.
Correct.
People are like that with their kids. man.
Correct. So
Like they want to control everything. They live, you
100%.
live vicariously through your children.
100%. So I'd work all week like a dog, blood, sweat, tears, and then I'd come, and she would break her. My ex would
Yeah.
be broken from her parents. She'd come to me. I'd fix her and send her back, but it would take all the energy I had left to
Got
fix her.
nothing left.
So every day, every week, every month, and every year of that relationship, that was the process. I'd work all week. I'd come fix her, and then I'd go home. But who fixes me?
That sounds very draining, lad.
It's very draining. But who fixes me at the end of the day? This poor cunt. Say I'm fucked, lad.
Hard.
I feel bad, lad, because I feel like after
He has to weather it for me. This
I
guy.
spoke to him, lad. It's like that's when he left, lad. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that.
He mentioned that to me, man.
And
fuck, man.
And honestly,
I
bro,
feel bad for this guy.
Yeah.
Because he's asking for advice, and my advice is leave, lad.
Fuck him all, nigga.
No, because I've been in the same situation
Yeah.
with girls, like where you love them so much that
doesn't matter what they do to you.
it doesn't matter what they do to you, what their family do to you. Like
Yeah.
you just,
Holding on, bro.
bro, you become less of yourself just to make them like to accommodate their every need.
It's always this feeling, bro.
And you know how we're givers, lad.
Yeah.
Oh,
we just
bro.
always give.
Takers recognize givers, lad.
100%.
Oh,
Always.
badly, bro.
Nah, I think that's
So for
it's not.
any-
It's not even that. It's just by it's the law of the land.
Yeah, hard.
It's like we're
I've
paired.
turned into a taker now.
Huh?
I'm done giving. I'm turned
Yeah.
into a taker now. I want everything. I'm gonna take it by force, whether you like it or not, and it's fucking mine. If I want it, I'm getting it, lad. I'm
But we
over it
don't
now.
worries in town,
I'm
bro.
down. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I'm full in my demon era. I'm in my villain era.
Yeah, turn
Bro,
around, put your head
for
in the
any
pillow.
of you,
Jezebel has left the chat, bro. Leviathan's in this motherfucker.
for any of you parents watching this, if you are doing what we just discussed, bro, just stop. It's not good for anyone. Your preconceptions that you might have about someone, give the motherfucker a chance, lad. Give them a chance
And
because
you know
you're
what you
gonna
end up
ruin
doing, but
shit.
you know what you end up doing? You end up pushing them towards it, bro. I've seen
Exactly.
that happen firsthand.
You know, if it was,
I've seen that happen firsthand so many times.
if I was even this much a bad person, I would have made sure they never see each other again. I could have locked her down like Fort Knox, lad. I would have made sure they had no communication ever again. If I wanted to, and if I had done it, they would have never seen their daughter again. Think about what you could have lost, lad. But because I'm a decent person and I believe in karma and God and God's wrath, because I believe
Where's you standing at now with her?
right now, to anyone that asks, she's one of the greatest people I ever met.
Yeah.
And if anyone says a single word about her, I'll go to war still, till now. If anyone says anything bad about her, I'll go to war. No problem. All right. And if she calls me and asks me for something, I'll always be there for her. Always. Full stop.
You know, if there was one thing I could change, if I could go back, lad,
What is it?
I would never have dated women, lad.
Yeah. Dated men, eh?
Oh.
You would have dated men, eh?
No,
No, what do you mean? Explain.
Maybe not.
Explain.
No, I would have never dated at all.
Yeah?
Yeah. I always went through life fucking everything
I disagree.
and just working on me. Yeah.
I disagree only
I wasted
because...
so much time on women, bro.
Yeah,
So many opportunities
I can
went.
see why, but at
I've
the
always
same
tried
time...
to please, like.
What have you learned, but?
Huh?
What have you learned, lad?
Nothing, like. They're all the same.
Nah.
Yeah, they're all the same.
You would have learned how to treat yourself in a relationship. That's valuable knowledge.
There's just a lot of time that, like, bro, kids growing up, teenagers, like, we're meant to live our lives and do what we're going to do before we...
Yeah, as a guy as well.
It might affect you later on, but a lot of my choices, things could have been avoided in life if I didn't chase.
Fair. I understand.
They were good women, but they're just time wasted, like, trying to get love, trying to make their family love me, trying to do this, trying to...
The way...
It's fucking pointless, lad.
I find a lot of people do. They look for emotional homes. For emotional homes in people.
Yeah.
I think that's what my brother-
everything that I lacked in life, I look for in other women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way I see it, it was only a waste if you didn't learn anything from it. So if you, as long as you learned even one thing from it, it was not a waste.
Yeah.
That's my understanding.
No, but there's no shortage of women, bro. You can always get that later
Yeah, but
on.
there is a shortage of learning. There's a shortage of
No, I
knowledge.
believe like just in life in general, everything's a lesson. You could get a lesson out of it if you're looking for it.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Otherwise, it was a waste. True or not?
Yeah.
Because you're not reaping rewards from it right now.
Yeah, but if I could go back, I wouldn't have dated that.
If anything, you were just trauma bonding.
100%. Yeah, like if I could go back, I would have done that. Just figured out the trauma shit, worked on myself, got it right.
Lad, sometimes I'm up at night, lad, thinking about the first times that we were together, the first 6 months.
It happens, lad. It
Because
happens.
that was one of the best times of my life, lad.
The honeymoon
By
phase.
far. There was no honeymoon phase with us at all. 2.5 years we dated. There was no honeymoon phase. 2.5 years of pure perfection, lad. Our relationship was perfect.
Then what would you turn away from him for?
I can see the future and I don't like it. Let me explain something
You can't
to
beat
you.
yourself up about it. You just need to be selfish and...
Let me explain something to you, right? If I am a male Muslim in Australia, I'm already on the back foot and I'm already defending myself in every single situation. One day, me and her have kids, and her mother's a malicious cunt, right? Malicious. So
I know where you're taking this.
So now I've got
I'll take
no
this.
access to my children. My greatest goal in this life is to have a family. I want children.
Yeah.
My greatest goal is like what I'm driving to. And if I ever have a child, my life is to that child, right?
Yeah.
As you would know. So for me, why would I risk never being able to see my kid again? That's something I would never recover from. Because
so many
all she has
situations
to
like
do, see that bloke that was crying on that podcast, that poor bloke, he shattered my heart, lad.
Which guy?
I can't remember which one it was. He hadn't seen his
On
kids
that,
in a few years and missed his birthday.
Chucky posted it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
That fucking shattered my heart, lad.
Yeah.
Because I will never ever take that risk. And it's not worth it for me. Because all she has to do is call the police and say I abused them.
Bro, like using children as bargaining chips is a no, bro. Fuck.
Big
For a
no.
woman to do that, she's an evil bitch. Like.
Exactly. And I know that she's
How many
capable
times
of
do we
that.
see that play out?
The mother is capable of that big time.
Yeah.
All it takes is her to make a few phone calls and my life instantly is upside down and I can't defend it. If I could defend it, I would have fought for it, but I can't defend that. I can't fight the whole judicial system, lad.
Hey, all of us here, we all know about fucking trauma and shit and all this emotional
Yeah.
intelligence, we always carry on about it.
Yeah.
But every day I think that it's a fucking curse.
It is.
To
Do
know
you think
about
it's
it?
a curse?
What
To know about it.
What would that
Knowledge
be?
is a curse.
Bro, because the whole you can see situations unfold, because I punch on with my missus all the time, because you know how women, they always try to like feel their way through things, and
Yeah.
we're logical. So we'll tell them how to do it, but they won't do it. They'll go fuck up and do what they got to do, and then expect you to pick up the pieces, and probably not even that, probably just get you to listen.
I know what you mean.
But you know how we know exactly what's going to happen, and sometimes you're like, fuck, do I want to get myself involved in this?
Yeah.
And you're trying to explain to them, but they can't see it.
And then, because they can't see it, any time that I have a dig, and the thing is, like, and I say this humbly as well, because it's gonna fucking have a sook, but when you have your emotional intelligence in check, yeah, because women, they want someone that's like fucking validated, and especially emotionally, bro. And when they do have that in check,
Yeah.
and then they want that, they don't really want it, bro, because when it comes to deal with what comes behind that, they can't cop it. Everything's personal.
Yeah.
So a lot of the issues that I have in my relationship,
Anything that you do say is a personal attack on
like,
their
you can't bring
integrity.
it up into conversation, because they haven't dealt with certain parts of themselves that they think it's a personal. They
I
think
know,
it's a
I
personal.
know what you
attack.
mean about the curse, lad.
So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and you know me, bro, I've been stagnant in the time that I've been talking, still at the same gate, because I look like I'm surface level with my approach, only because I got to sit there and wait for like certain emotions for her to get over.
You're sitting
and
there
to-
waiting for her to wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because of that, it makes me look surface level, and looks like I'm not doing my 50 of the relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's never 50-50, but yeah.
But you know
I
what I mean,
digress,
yeah?
Bro,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. It's so hard to fucking.
Because I'm not gonna go, because I'm very, bro, and I say this humbly as well. You know, when you deal with your shit and you deal with your, like, you really internalize, like, you do all the shit to deal with your emotional
that
trauma.
comes
and all
behind healing. Yeah.
that. Now I'm emotionally sober enough to trust myself and trust my fucking better judgment, and I can see shit from a mile away. And because of that,
Yeah,
you know
like-
the fires around
Yeah,
you. Like,
like-
you're like, you can
bro.
look at
Like-
cunts.
like-
But you got this too, as well, and
Bro.
say you got it as well.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
tell a burning building from fucking two. You can smell it,
Ignorance
bro.
is bliss, lad.
Yeah, you can tell. You can
Ignorance
tell.
is
What, like,
bliss.
you just throw a question out there, and you can tell by the way they answer it where they are in life. Like,
There's this
Like, you
sentence. There's this one sentence, and the source of this sentence might be the dumbest thing to some people, but it's literally from a Marvel movie,
Yeah,
right? But when Thanos says to Iron Man, he goes, "When you're not the only one cursed with knowledge."
Yeah,
That hits me, and I repeat that line in my head every single day, lad.
you know, when you know, sometimes you just wish you
Yeah,
didn't know so
bro.
much.
Yeah, lad. It's ignorance is bliss, bro.
That's why, like where I'm at now with people. That's why I avoid everyone, bro. I don't like to have friends or nothing, because you talking with people that have unresolved shit, lad. I feel like they drag you into their shit.
They're like
Yeah,
vampires, lad.
They're like energy drainers.
Yeah.
And like especially with women as well, because as soon as they got that emotional attachment,
Oh, brother.
bro, it's hard because
Game
you feel
over.
like she's like wraps
I
her.
swear.
She wraps her legs around your hips and
fangs
wants
like
you to
her
ride.
claws.
Like, wants you to push back while she's riding. And I'm like, brother, my back's sore. My back's sore from the last bitch, lad. Like, you know what I mean?
It's really a problem, bro.
But for
That's
me,
what I mean. That's what I meant about not dating women, because there's so many girls
Yeah.
that I've met that have had issues, and we've met, and it's just taken so much out of me, like mentally. Like at that time, I didn't feel like it, but now,
Looking back at
looking back, I'm like, fuck. It,
I
bro.
understand where you're
It
coming
took an
from.
emotional toll
bro,
on me, bro.
100%.
In every way possible. And like I feel like with every girl has taken a piece of me that I can't get back.
And you know my brother, he's all the way too.
Bro,
He's going
1,000%
with his heart, lad.
balls to the
Man,
wall.
No way, brother.
You know,
Stay in the
lad,
game with that shit.
my heart's always in the front hand. Like, here, take it.
Take
You
it.
only get one chance.
Take it.
Take it.
Take it and go.
Pick it up if it bothers you.
Yeah,
Take it
like-
and go.
Bro,
So then, bro, because I've gone through, I'm like, bro, I'm a deep lover, lad. So every relationship I've gone in head first, and it just never worked out for me, lad.
Fuck, my brother's a deep lover. Me, I'm a crazy lover. Like, once I fall, bro, bad, bro. I'm reluctant to say that too.
it's funny because
Fucking in the worstest way, like, where it diminishes me. That's why I choose to who I be around and shit.
yeah, bro. It's funny because he actually gave me the answer to this a while ago. With me, the way that you don't let that knowledge curse you is you just pick your battles, lad. And as simple and basic, and it sounds so easy, but it's one of the hardest things to do,
You
lad.
can choose your
Because
battle.
me personally, I'm a control freak. Because I have that knowledge, I know that I'm the best man for every job.
Yeah, and you
Right?
assess every situation, every possible outcome. Lad.
Right. So I'm there and I'm trying to micromanage 4,000 processes.
Sometimes you just wish you didn't know, and just like,
I know.
let me make this fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, in saying
I'm
that,
j-
yeah,
yeah.
not to cut you off, Mo. Have you ever just let something slide just to keep the peace?
Yeah, of course, all the time. Do you know how much
Everything,
shit I
bro.
put up with? Do you know how much shit I put up with just to make sure everyone else is
that's
happy?
the relationship of a fucking. That's a relationship in a nutshell.
I know, 100%.
Letting shit slide when it wasn't your fault.
Bro, when I tell you
Saying
that,
sorry when you're not sorry.
Mo, lad. You know, have you ever had to apologize
oh,
when you're not even in the wrong?
yeah, no, I've never done it.
Just for the fact of just keeping the peace.
I've never done it.
I'm sorry. That's it.
I'll tell you why I've never done it, because I had the luxury of having a clean slate when I get a girl, so I train them to.
And you can't say my missus isn't like that. They're all like that, bro.
I can tell you honestly,
1,000 times in a relationship, you gotta
brother. Can I just
choose
say
your
something?
battles, brother.
I can tell you so honestly, my ex was not like that. She apologized all the time. If she made a mistake, she apologized.
Hey, say what was out of all the women you've been with,
Yeah.
now understanding love languages, what was the hardest love language that you had to deal with that you couldn't like go against,
Damn,
or that was hard to deal with?
that's an insane question.
Hardest love language. Like, give me an example.
Do you want me to read them out to you?
Like, you know, the affirmation. Yeah.
Words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, quality time, gift giving. Those are the
Out of
five.
your major relationships, out of those 5, what was hard for you?
To do?
Yeah, out of all of them, like what was one that stuck out?
That bothered you.
Like,
or was difficult
I'll give you an example. I'll answer it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was words of affirmation.
Right.
I'm very aloof as a person, bro, and the relationship now, words of affirmation is massive, and because I'm aloof, and being emotionally sober, like I was saying before, like I'm very comfortable in myself now,
Yeah.
so I don't need like the worldly validations. I don't care. Like I'm slowly like fading away with that shit. The
Yeah.
more and more I heal. So if I'm not validating myself with other people, I feel the need not to validate with anyone else,
Yeah.
and that rubs people off the wrong way because it makes me seem like I don't care, but I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they give you that.
So you mean words of affirmation as in
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be that. It can be like acts of service.
yeah,
Like her love language was like her always doing for you.
yeah,
Maybe you didn't like that,
yeah.
or her affirming her love, saying, "Look, oh, I love you," this and that.
So what's the 5?
Or buying gifts.
Words of affirmation,
Yeah.
quality time, gift giving, physical touch, and words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, gift giving, and acts of service.
I like all of that shit.
Yeah, but what do they say, Mo? One, you can possess one.
No,
One's
you
the
can
strongest.
have all of them,
You can have
but
all
there's
of them,
always
but
going to be one
there's
that
gonna
is
be
the most
one that's the
important.
strongest.
But at the same time, that
No, with me, it's just showing appreciation. That's it. I can be with anyone.
words of
man.
affirmation.
Yeah, words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
look, I'm easy to be with, bro.
But
Yeah,
say now opposite, yeah.
Yeah.
That's your one, yeah. What was the one that you couldn't deal with?
The one that I couldn't do.
I know this one. I'm going to answer for him straight out. It's gift giving, lad.
Yeah.
He hates receiving gifts, this guy. Hates
Oh yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
that. Yeah.
He hates it because he has to pay for everything. He has to do everything himself.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but from my experience, that's what he's
You
on.
didn't like that, see?
No.
Imagine if like you got flowers and then you got made breakfast.
No, made breakfast is an
No,
acts of service.
that's different. Like.
Acts of service is
But
made breakfast.
to get something, because I'm used to giving. Like.
Imagine every single day she rocked up with a gift for you. Pair of shoes, necklace, bracelet, watches, chains.
No, I think you're right, bro.
I know.
think, yeah.
I guarantee it, lad.
Yeah.
Because he hates when I asked him when his birthday was. He told me to go fuck myself. I'll go, why? Because he knew I was going to buy him something.
I'm not getting gifts, like.
I know, see?
Hey, what's yours, mate?
My favorite one.
Your favorite and the one that you were in a relationship and you hated.
Before I answer this, I have to preface this by saying these also are very, very, very fluid. They change all the time with you, right? So, for example, you know how your words of affirmation is not important to you anymore.
Yeah.
That changed with you, and they do change
Yeah.
whenever you want.
100% over time. Yeah.
Currently, mine is acts of service. My biggest one. I need it. I need it. I don't clean or cook or do anything, right? I can, but I don't.
Yeah.
So if I come, so this is one thing my ex knew and she did really well.
Yeah.
I used to sit down at my desk and I'm working. She'd come in, kiss on the cheek, clean everything, make me food, put it in front of me, and then go home. And that was the deepest love I've ever felt in my life was in those moments, lad.
Yeah.
Because you've now alleviated 1,000 small tasks I had to do, so I can just focus on my 3 big tasks in front of me.
That's how any good girl is, bro.
Correct. acts of service is the most important one for me.
Yeah.
My clothes are washed, everything's
Yeah,
clean, and
everything's
I'm
done.
hungry. I'm full. I'm not hungry. I'm fed.
Would you say for every man, acts of service
Actual
is a thing?
service is cracker.
Massive,
Yeah,
lad.
fucking cracker.
Massive, lad. And for me, the one I hate.
You know when my old girls around now, they do nothing, nigga.
Yes, sir. The one I hate the
House
most.
clean, toilet scrub, food made, blah blah. That's life.
What do I hate the most? I love words of affirmation, but I hate when it's forced or when I feel like
Words
they
of
don't mean
affirmation,
it.
as in like what? She telling you, I
You're
love
the best,
you.
Neville. You're the best. I love you. You're such a sick cunt. I
A
don't know
text,
what.
a text.
Ah, fuck, bro.
When
It's
it
like,
comes
for
to-
me, I don't feel like mine's any, bro, in all.
Yeah.
I'm like easy to be with.
Johnny
bro.
got a big heart, nigga.
Got a lot of love to give.
Got a lot of love to give, nigga. No, mine's everything, lad.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, mine's everything. It's not
100%.
just
They're
one
all
thing.
positive.
They all feel like fucking feels good to be loved, lad.
But when you don't know how to receive one, that's where the negative comes. Lad. I sometimes don't know how to receive words of affirmation because in my head the job's not finished.
I
Job
love you,
finished,
man.
job not
Open your
finished.
mouth. I love you, man.
No,
Get
the
on
fuck
your
you
knees.
don't.
Get on your knees and fix it.
Words of affirmation. Words of affirmation is hard for me to accept. That I don't know how to take a compliment because to me it's never enough, never good enough. I'm
Yeah.
the harshest critic
Yeah,
of myself. So for me, words of affirmation is difficult for me to accept.
That'll go back
Hard.
into the rejection issue from back
Yes,
when you were young.
exactly.
Sometimes I feel like that as well.
Yeah,
I don't feel like that's all the gift thing. Same thing.
Exactly.
I don't feel like I'm worthy enough for
I
someone
love
to buy
getting
something.
gifts, bro. When people buy me shit, I'm like, yeah, fucking if I never had one of these, I have one now, motherfucker. But like, the words, that's hard for me, lad. What's the one that you find the hardest to deal with?
The hardest to deal with.
Big booty bitches.
I love
Affirmation. Words
Yeah.
of affirmation.
I thought so too.
You reckon?
Same as you,
I
yeah.
thought so too. It's the
Why is
reason.
that?
I hate being told it
Yeah,
because I know how to read body language.
like being shown it. Yeah,
yeah.
bro. When they look at you with that thing,
I want to
yeah.
see it, but then see it subtle. That's all.
That's
win
what
me
I,
over.
knowing body language is a curse.
Yeah, bro.
That's why I go through the books to read, and I'm like, nah, I'd just rather not know.
I'll be talking hard. I'll be talking
Hey,
to
bro,
you.
all the
chick,
books I've
lad.
given him.
Lad, you fuck, they're all mind fuck books. Lad.
Yeah, I know.
I go, give me this book to read, The
I've
Laws
read
of
them,
Human Nature. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just all fucking narcissistic traits, all this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Every book he's ever given me is like body language, all
Yeah.
this shit. I'm like, bruh, this cunt, he likes to fuck himself with knowledge, lad.
100%. Bro, it'll be good. It'll be weird. It'll be shit because I'll be talking to a girl, lad. Everything's going well. And then she'll say something because she thinks it's the right thing to say, but not because
Yeah.
she means it.
Yeah.
And I can tell that by her body language.
Yeah.
And it turns me off so badly.
But you know why I like those types of books?
Psychologists always, every time I ask them about body language, they're
Bro.
like, if it's not for the purposes of treating clients, do not read it. It's bad for your mind.
Hard.
Bro, I'll be there and she'll say, oh man, I love the way you just did that. But I can tell by her body language it didn't do anything for her. And I just look at her, I'm like, you fucking bitch. I was having such a good time. And
Bro,
you fuck.
bad.
You know me, I could just tell by someone's energy, lad. I don't really go that deep in the body language. I'm not a snake like this guy. But this guy's everything, like from the pacifying behavior of like you always doing something. You can tell when you're anxious,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
nervous,
100%.
stressed, scared,
I know.
lying.
It's important to know.
Yeah.
I like to know everything.
Bro, I like to know.
Sometimes you'll forget he's doing it. He'll ask you a double question.
Yeah.
He'll ask you something when you're happy.
Yeah. And he'll ask you again when you're
ask
sad.
honestly, and then he'll ask you like after like in
And
every
then-
different scenario.
Yeah, and then listen to the inflections in your voice.
Yeah. See what I mean? You're
way
like
you-
fucking snake this guy.
Lad, I'll go hard with
If
that.
you're a snake, I'm a snake too, boy.
Bruh, 100%. But yeah, I always wanted to know, just to know what's going on because I feel like I was lied to a lot in
It's
life.
preventative.
Yeah, hard.
And I wanted to know the truth if they were lying to me or they were telling the truth. That's all it was.
It's all.
And it's been
every
my
time,
gift, but in a curse as well.
Nah, I
every
reckon it's more of a
single
curse,
time-
lad.
It is a curse. Every single time I've ever seen someone go to the level of depth that I've gone into this
Yeah.
stuff, I know for a fact they're doing it because they're scared.
Yeah.
Because that's why I did it.
No, they really is, lad.
100%.
Not scared in a way where
Scared,
you're a
lad.
bitch. Like,
Yeah,
just-
No. Scared that it will happen again. So I'll do
Yeah, you're
everything in
scared
my
of the-
power to make sure it doesn't happen
yeah,
again.
Yeah.
you're scared of like,
Operating in fear.
That's
Yeah.
why I did it. That's why I researched all these things. That's why I read all those books.
sometimes
as well.
knowing too much can be a
I
burden.
regret
lad.
it, to be honest.
I
If I
reckon-
was a bit stronger at the time, then I would have been able to
I
weather
reckon
it.
knowing too
and-
much sometimes can be a burden, lad, because you fucking take away the sweetness of life, lad.
Yeah. You know what? Having all that knowledge and wisdom done for me, bro, it worked in the opposite in most of my cases because it made me like
Too careful,
hyper vigilant in that way where you're like you're too careful with situations, bro.
You know what it did to me? Alienated me.
Yeah.
I became lonely, lad. I've been lonely for a long time, to be honest.
Bro,
It wasn't until I met these boys.
Knowing too much, lad, is a bad thing, lad.
Wisdom is a lonely world, lad.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Until I met you boys, it was very hard for me
Yeah.
to actually enjoy myself, lad.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
when
you
we're
can't be
kicking it,
yourself.
we're
That's what
all
never-
operating at the same frequency, at
Yeah.
the same level, and
Yeah.
at the same everything.
That's why if you see of a lot of I don't have a lot of close friends, lad.
Yeah.
Because of just the way my brain works, and you know how people are. You just sometimes you wish you didn't know so much. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
I wish I could turn off my bullshit radar.
Yeah, hard.
You know when you're with someone and they're just yapping and you can just they're talking absolute shit and you're just like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, bro.
Please.
I've been told, bro, like, fuck, do you ever stop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like when you're over analyzing situations.
yeah. It's the reason
you're
for my
like,
sleep
"Bruh,
problems.
What the fuck?
You ever replay situations in your head at night and wonder what you could have said or done different?
Every single
Brother,
bro,
we live in
hey,
regret,
bro,
lads. Live in
bro.
regret always.
Not even at that moment.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah,
driving
yeah.
home. So if I have a convo with me and my brother and
Yeah.
we're talking about something really, really important,
Every word.
I'll go home and
replayed,
I'll
replayed.
overanalyze and I'll be like, fuck,
Yeah, I
didn't
should
say
have answered it like
I
this,
should've-
should
I
have
should have
said
told
this.
him this. No, I should have done that.
Hard.
I'll
I do that all the time,
I'll
lad.
do the same thing. It's just
Let's say
you overcalculate everything.
you know you're doing it when you've been driving for like 15, 20 minutes and you realize the music wasn't playing the whole time.
Yeah, hard. And you're in your own thoughts, eh?
Whoa.
I've done that, bro. Or some cracker music is playing.
Yeah, and you're
Some
not even
fucking
play-
old country
Yeah,
shit.
lad.
You're like, bro, what the fuck am I listening
Yeah,
to?
yeah. And bro, the funniest thing, have you ever had the moment where you're like, bro, was that light green?
Yeah.
Or how the
Yeah,
fuck did
lad.
I get here?
Yeah, yeah.
Cause that is scary.
100%, bro.
That is scary.
What's going on in the conspiracy world, boys?
Oh.
We really
I
got
have
Yeah,
no idea.
We love this shadow band shit, eh?
We hate success, bro. We're self-sabotaging. Like,
Bro,
If
we've
there's
actually
anything
been-
about Johnny, we love the uphill battles, brother.
yeah, brother.
He makes it as
Uphill Johnny,
difficult-
mate.
as
We
difficult
love
as
being
he
shadow.
can.
We've been shadow banned since fucking Chalk's episode.
Yeah,
But it is what it is, bro. Fuck it, we just run it.
Yeah,
Hard.
true. What is the what's the grapevine saying
What
these
is the
days?
consensus on that?
Consensus.
What is the basis on
What is it, Mote? What new conspiracies are out these days?
transhumanism, brother?
Transhumanism,
The power of AI.
artificial intelligence.
And I know, Mo, you can expound on this, brother.
I want to know. Where does it end?
No one would know.
No one's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
Where does it end? Right now, in the law, in the letter of the law, if there is video evidence of a crime occurring that is legally binding and can be admissible in court. Okay?
Yeah.
Say that again?
If there is a video of you committing a crime, it is legally binding and admissible in court. We are steadily approaching, very steadily approaching,
Yeah.
6 months to 2 years at the most.
Fuck, I reckon shorter, Mo.
I know shorter as well, but
Yeah.
I'm just going to be generous.
Yeah, yeah.
We are steadily approaching a point where the letter of the law is changed to withdraw video evidence as actual proof in the court of law.
They what?
I reckon. This is a very hot take, lad.
Yeah.
In my opinion, soon,
Oh, this is in your personal opinion.
of course.
Yeah.
In my opinion, soon it will not be allowed to use a video to prove that he did it in court. It will only be left for DNA and fingerprint evidence only.
Nah, but they got ways to tell. They got software, lad.
There is no level of software, to my understanding and knowledge.
Nah, but there would be, bro.
Brother, if you make a video,
Yeah.
it's got metadata.
Yeah.
Okay, any video file has metadata. The metadata tells you stuff like what camera was used, what time it was taken, what sort of video file it is.
Oh, is that
the
where it plays
storage,
the
size?
Is that where it plays it under different?
If you press I on your Photos
Yeah.
app and it
Yeah,
shows you
yeah.
all that words, that's the metadata.
Yeah.
If you create a video using AI, it doesn't have an AI marker of metadata. It doesn't tell you it was made by AI. To my knowledge, that's how it works. But anyway, I digress. My point is that all of these things can be altered. I can change the metadata of a video and say, no, I took the photo 6 months ago, but
That's
I
crazy,
took it
bro.
today. So my point is,
I understand where you're.
they either have to find a way where every single video or photo generated by AI is tagged with that tag that it cannot be removed, or they cannot use them in court. Because I'm telling you now, it is far too easy for me to get a video of you ripping off a container right now. Google just dropped Veo 3, their new AI model. I showed you that
That's
video.
crazy, bro.
The video I showed
Have
you.
you seen that, see?
Nah, what is it?
I showed him a
This
video.
guy showed me a video of two guys that were a guy and a
No,
girl,
it was
yeah?
a girl, a guy talking to a girl.
And they were talking, laughing, and they were talking about how the video wasn't real, yeah?
Yeah,
And it was legit like I was looking at used to.
yeah.
Swear to God.
Like
You cannot tell.
proper, bro. You got to see this shit, bro. This is fucking spastic.
You
lad.
cannot tell if it's real or fake anymore.
Oh, so
Down
so
to
that's
the
what you were saying
detail.
at the start. You reckon we're months or you're
Yeah.
away from them?
Removing it from the letter of the law.
Yeah.
Because
Fuck, that's
you know the videos we used to make on AI, me and you,
Yeah.
it was just video.
Yeah.
Right now they're doing video, audio, sound effects, everything. So that's legit. An actual scene is being created.
And bro, how real it looks is fucking.
There was one
beyond
where
me.
there was a conductor at the train station. You could hear people chattering. You could hear the train chewing. You
Yeah.
could hear
And
train
you couldn't tell the
tracks.
difference?
I had to. I don't know if I saw the video before I knew it was AI, if I could have told the difference.
Yeah.
After it said this is generated by AI, I looked and I could find something. But before someone told me, I don't know if I would have been able to tell that.
Off first take.
First glance, it looks
yeah.
real. I have to check now. That's what I'm saying.
What do you reckon the main agenda behind AI is? But
I think it is actually all right. The only thing I can think of right now off the top of my head is them being able to frame people in court and do this and do that to get rid of people. So this rapper, he used to be under our thumb, but now he's acting up. I'm gonna get a video of him doing XYZ, and usually they have to force them to do it so they can take the videos. You know, at the Diddy parties and that.
nah, but they wouldn't do. That's too surface level. But
That's what I'm saying. Off the
reckon
top of my head, I don't know.
They'll
cuz.
just do what they've done to Taylor. Now they just pad charges. You see Tyler Perry, they're doing the same thing to Diddy.
So that is surface level, but what could you see in the future with AI? All I can tell is it just enslaving people.
Yeah, that's the like. I reckon it's the final attempt for them to gain full control over everyone's life.
My question stands though. AI seems to pose more of a threat in the workforce than it does in terms of their agenda.
Yeah.
To me, it's removing all these jobs, right?
Yeah.
Which is bad for them as well because they need us
It's
to
for
be in
them.
our
No,
jobs.
it's for them to snatch the last bit of control they have.
Because everything's tracked and traced.
No, that's what it is. Everyone's so
Mm.
like, well, what do you do when you want to search something up? Who do you ask?
Google.
Chat
But Google has
GPT.
AI now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat GPT, you ask everything to it.
Yeah.
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 Look, AI is the solution for everything. They get everyone reliant on that. Bang.
And then they feed it. They
That's
take
control.
its information. Yeah.
People can't think for themselves anymore.
Damn.
I reckon it's for the agenda, bro. I reckon all the stuff of the whole workplace, people losing their jobs is surface level.
Yeah.
That's just the repercussions, like, you know, the surface level repercussions of what's going to happen. But, bro,
Collateral
like,
damage.
when AI, like, fully takes place, bro, it's
Well-
going to, like, I'll paint, like, I've seen this thing, and you relate to this, yeah, being a media head. There's a computer that they just released this month. I think it's like they call it like a CL1. They released it in Melbourne. It's an actual. They use brain neurons.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, bro.
I've seen it.
And they put it
It's
on like
so weird, bro.
And what does it come with, Mo?
Do you know the struggle that they had to actually get that to work? Because you know how right now, if your body temperature is like always set at 36.7, right? If you deviate from that temperature, your brain slows down, you get foggy, it doesn't work. That's because the operating temperature of brain cells has to be at that temperature.
Yeah.
What's the problem and the main problem with computers? They generate heat, right? So it took a long time for them to find a way where the computer could run with those. But what it is it enables the computer to, because no one knows what brain cells actually are, right? It's nothing short of a miracle from God, really. But computationally, a brain cell can process information far, far, far faster than any standard processor that we have on the earth right now.
But bro, crazy that the fact that they're trying to merge
It is
like a
scary.
human. Say they literally, have you heard about it?
What is it?
How they've made a computer out of a brain neuron, but they merged it with AI. So it's like a living, like a human being, but with a
cyborg, basically, right?
yeah,
exactly
bro.
what they're trying to do: merge AI with human. That's Nephilim technology.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's part of the agenda.
It's very similar to a quantum computer.
I feel like it's shifting towards that, bro. Like world domination. Like, cause it's not. I feel like the whole Jezebelian spirit's fucking taken off, bro. Now it's like the Leviathan stepped in. It's like
They're trying to hijack our bodies. Like.
yeah, bro.
There's one more step
Turn us
before
into
that
hybrids.
computer, though. It's a quantum computer.
Yeah.
So
The quantum computer is the hive mind.
yeah. So
Where they connect everyone through the hive.
right. So a standard computer
So
works
once-
based off of simple processes. It's
Yeah.
either a 1 or it's a 0 for every byte, for every bit.
Yeah.
All right. The quantum computer can operate anywhere between 1 and 0.
Yeah.
So instead of either off or on, it's like a certain level of off or on.
Yeah.
That generates enough power computationally to be able to do the most advanced calculations like that.
Bro, when I seen that, it fucking blew my mind, bro, because I seen another fucking video and it was talking about how the mice, how they took the speech gene out of the human.
Yeah.
And they done that with they put it into a mice and then the mice started making decisions like a human being.
Yep.
Like even the squeak was different. They could
Yep.
squeak like fucking 4 letters. I think it was
Yeah.
T, S and a number 4.
Yeah.
They could make it out. I'm thinking, bro, they're slowly getting it.
Yeah, it's fucking
Like,
bad,
bro,
lad.
come on, man. Like,
Stop it, please.
Bro,
Bro,
they already
Oh.
started the merger. They would have had to do that. They've had to hijack our minds.
Yeah.
They started that like 50 years ago. Like.
Remember I said back in the day when we used to watch fucking Universal Soldier and they used to sit there and they used to fucking. I never thought, bro, that we'd witness times like this now.
I know,
Like,
right?
I was gonna say it. I thought it was like, yeah, your kids,
It
kids.
compounds.
But I'm like, bro, like fuck, this is like literally around the corner. This shit.
And it's bad, bro. Me and my uncle were talking about it the other day. He goes, you ever had something happen to you where you think about something and you get an ad for it?
Yeah,
And I was like, yep. And I explained
that's
it to him.
spastic, bro.
I explained it to him
You
and
know,
he was like, bro,
once they achieve that hive mind, lad, that's crazy.
we're fucked.
Yeah, where everyone's a collective consciousness, lad.
Yeah.
The last time that happened was the Tower of Babel, lad,
Mm.
where everyone was connected. It's all got to do with
Hey, hive mind.
It's all
meaning-
got to do with the NWO agenda, lad.
Well, like what everyone like hive mind, like what is it?
Everyone thinks in unison. We're all connected to
Like,
each
like,
other.
no way.
Shared
once everyone
thoughts.
merges with AI,
Yeah.
everyone's connected, lad, and we can talk without talking, telepathically.
That's crazy.
Right now, you have a chip in your head,
Yeah.
connects you to the internet. He
Yeah.
has a chip in his
The
head,
hive is
connects you
connected to
internet.
everyone worldwide.
So-
Everyone is one mind, lad.
If you picture it, you've got your brain here, Say's brain here, and
Yeah.
you are both connected by invisible lines.
This is what I reckon the mark of the beast is gonna be, bro.
Yeah.
Not fucking some 666 or some chip to eat. It's gonna be something that's gonna make you use your body as a hybrid.
Bro, it goes into all that
But
shit
you're-
that they've added into the foods and all that.
Yeah, I know,
All the
but then you're
aerosols,
going
the foods,
against
the
what
fucking-
it said in the Bible, no? Is the Bible said it will be a mark? Was this the Bible, the Quran? I'm not sure. It will be a mark on either your forehead or your wrist, and it will be the devil's number, and the
Yeah.
devil's number is 666.
But it won't be like literal.
It won't be literal, it'll be
No, no.
figurative.
It won't be like something like.
That's metaphoric.
Come get your text over. Bro.
Yeah.
Wait, there was notes I had that. Wait, there's a compound called graphene oxide. They put it in all the pharmaceuticals, aerosols. They found ways to inject it into the foods and shit as well. It's like 200 times stronger than steel and 1,000 times more conductive than copper. It's, you know, when they talk about mineral, like metals and that they've injected into food, like all that shit. Like think about it over the years, everything
Yeah.
that they've put into our bodies. Once it gets into us, it's been known to get past the blood-brain barrier. What that means is that it becomes a euphoric memory star. I don't know what the fuck that means, but what it is essentially euphoric means that it can assemble into nanobots in your bloodstream. It has the ability to save and process information. So graphene oxide can actually embed thoughts into your brain. So it's like they're trying to set everything up. Like everything that's been put into our bodies over the years is a setup for this merging of AI and humans. Like
How do you defend?
they're saying immorality will be achieved by 2030 through these nanobots. It'll rid the body of all diseases of even aging. Like when you go down the rabbit hole really, really deep, like it's really fucks with your brain, like.
How do you defend against a thought?
Huh?
How do you defend against a thought?
That's what I mean, like.
Like, think about it and give me an answer because I want to know. If you have
You can't, bro.
a thought pop
How many
into your
thoughts?
head,
How many thoughts do you have a day? About fucking 10,000.
278 million,
Fuck.
probably around there. something
What do you mean? How can you defend?
Okay, I get a thought.
Like, explain it to me.
I get a thought. My thought is to, I don't know, do something against my religion, whatever it is, like follow the Illuminati, I don't know, whatever. That is the thought I get in my head. I got that in my head because I think I thought of it, but I didn't. I got it from that. How the fuck do you defend that?
Fuck.
You can't, bro.
You can't.
Just remember God every day, eh?
Say your prayers, eat your Weet-Bix, brother.
Yeah. My 5 daily prayers should keep me alright.
Hard.
That's part of, you know what? This is something I always love about my religion. Every time when I was younger, I would get like a question in my head of why do I have to do this, right? And then I realized over time, every time I had a question of why do I have to do that, it was always answered. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for example, and these might sound dumb to you, but it was life-changing for me. There was, when I was younger, I was like, why do I have to wash myself in this specific way before I pray, right? One day, I had my AirPods in all day and I didn't even realize it until I went to do my wudu to pray, and I had my AirPod in. I realized that I had my AirPod in because I was trying to wash. Something as simple as that. Imagine back then, because obviously in our minds, God is all-powerful, all-knowing, right? So he knows that these times are coming.
Yeah.
Something as simple as doing that ritual made sure that I wasn't a slave to my technology
Yeah.
I had at me on me at the time. Another example would be like with this, right? How do I defend against thoughts? 5 times a day, every single day, I'm reminded what the truth is, sort of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's cool to me to think about it like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just safeguarding, I guess. Religion is a safeguard against all this stuff.
It's fucking crazy, bro. With all this AI shit and technology, and you go
Yeah,
down the rabbit hole, lad, it just sends you into oblivion.
So where does transhumanism come in? Like, where do they implement it? How do they implement it to suit their agenda?
They'll package it in a way where it's beneficial for the human, lad.
They're going to make us feel like we need it.
That's where the Project Bluebeam comes in, and where the alien, where they make contact with aliens and they fake the invasion,
Right.
and they'll pretty much force the general public to get enhancements to be able to defend. Like, it can happen in many ways, lad. Like, it's down a deep rabbit hole, but I reckon this is one we should have prepared for, lad. We're going to do this a whole different episode, lad.
We say that every single episode, but it's just so much information.
Bro, the rabbit hole goes fucking...
No, but the conspiracy has to be on its own again, lad.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to give him like 10% without the other 90, lad.
Yeah.
But it's a fucking deep thing.
Yeah.
And we'll go for like 3 hours straight, just deep conspiracies.
Yeah.
Lad.
Are you sure you want this?
And we'll just go with it, lad. We're on
Yeah,
it.
we're going to spin a talk, huh?
Is that going to be
AI,
in a few
artificial
episodes?
intelligence. No, the next one. Artificial intelligence, fucking.
the next one? Okay.
Go on, or do you want to do the guest before we do
We
the
got a guest. Yeah, we need to get him out of the way.
Yeah, we'll get him out of the way.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
luck when you realize.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
hey, we've got a special guest on the next episode. So.
Mad.
And then we'll give you,
You know
your
what?
conspiracy.
Every time, hold on, I have a bone to pick. Every time we announce a special guest,
Yeah.
somehow that special guest or you end up revealing it before the episode comes out.
No
Have you
way.
noticed that?
Have
We
we?
won't reveal it, but.
Do not reveal this one until it's out. Then reveal it.
Yeah, okay.
Just, I want to shock everyone, lad.
Yeah, done.
because I think it happened with Teddy, it happened with Chucky, it happened with Charisma, it happened with everyone. It was
Okay.
always like there's always some post beforehand that just fucks everything.
Okay.
We need to keep this one under wraps.
Yeah.
Done.
Don't tell
Under the
anyone.
wraps, brother.
Under the wraps, bro.
Don't tell anyone. I'm putting the stamp on both of you. Don't tell
You
anyone.
stand down me, I know yous.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure as always. We apologize for the break that we had, but it was necessary. We're all back, ready to go,
necessary.
ready for action, and there should not be another gap
Back in and back out.
in the
brother.
foreseeable future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Back in and out like I'm in on your missus, bro.
Oh my days.
In and out like a fucking criminal, bro. You know, you
Hey.
had days, brother.
Tune in for next week's guest.
Oh
you.
shit.
Fuck her in the pussy.